really a jerk. We've been loving all night, just about thrill me, everything right. Hope it don't kill me, I'm gonna live it just as long as I can. I'm gonna make it every part of my plan. Loving all night, hanging on tight, no doubt about it, been loving all night, yeah. Now baby, you're as pretty as a fresh cut flower. Hey, when you show me how you love me in the wee small hour, while everybody's sleeping all around this town, loving all night makes the world go round. We've been loving all night, just about send me everything right. Hope it don't bend me, I'm gonna live it just as long as I can. I'm gonna make it every part of my plan. Loving all night, hanging on tight, no doubt about it, been loving all night, yeah. When you're looking so fine, when you're moving your body up close to mine, we've been rocking with the rhythm of a beat I own. Baby, I'm gonna love you till the cows come home. We've been loving all night, just about hit me, everything right. Hope it don't get me, I'm gonna live it just as long as I can. I'm gonna make it every part of my plan. Loving all night, feeling alright, no doubt about it, been loving all night. We've been living all night, hanging on tight, no doubt about it, been loving all night, yeah. We've been loving all night, loving all night, yeah. Loving all night, loving all night, yeah. Loving all night, loving all night, yeah.
Welcome to this edition of Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. Let's send it over to your voice of the Tetons, Mike Reuter. Teton Hockey starts now.
Hey there, sports fans. Mike Reuter here from the Raymond Center in Williston. It is almost time for Teton Hockey once again. This time, the Tetons are playing host to the #1 team in the nation, UMary. They're coming to town for a rematch that these two teams had earlier in the season. That one, Mary took by a hefty margin. That one came back on December 7th, which saw Mary win by the overwhelming margin of 12-2. Mary also looking to rebound from a loss that they had just recently on the 21st, yesterday. That was against Minot State. The Beavers beat Mary by the margin of 4-1, so Mary looking for a little bit of redemption after just one of their few losses on the season. They're coming into this game with a record of 28 wins and 5 losses, 1 tie, and 1 shootout win on the season. They have an 11-point lead in the standings over Concordia University of Wisconsin. This very high-powered Mary team has scored 136 goals on the season. Not one of the top scoring teams, but their defense more than makes up for it through 34 games played so far on the year. They have only allowed 51 goals throughout the entirety of it. They're a plus 85 in their scoring differential. 480 penalty minutes for this team as they come in with a 1-loss streak. The Tetons, looking over at their schedule, they're coming into this game having played just about half as many games as UMary. They have a 6-14 record overall with only 20 games played on the season. Losers of their last 4 after taking their first 2 games in the Big Mountain Classic over in Colorado against Boise State and University of Colorado. They dropped games to University of Denver and University of Northern Colorado before having 2 more games on that road trip, making a pit stop in Missoula for a couple of games against the Grizzlies, dropping those by the final of 4-1 and 7-4. Tetons looking to get on the right side of things, and a big test lies ahead of them here at the Raymond Center, where they look to get some things going and make a late push, looking to go on a streak for their final few games of the season. They have Mary coming up in about 11 minutes. On Friday the 27th, they have University of Montana in town for a game on the 27th, and then turning around again on Saturday the 28th before they head into February play, where they have 2 games against Minnesota Crookston and then a home and home versus Dakota College at Bottineau. Looking at some of the individual performances for both of these teams, Mary is led in scoring by Isaiah Thomas with a total of 37 points overall. He has 13 goals and 24 assists on the season. Johnny Witzke has 35 points, 11 goals, 24 assists. Alexander Filick with 9 goals and 24 assists. Seth Cushing with 16 goals and 14 assists. And Caleb Pittry has 11 goals and 19 assists. So Mary has 5 players with over 30 points so far on the season. Taking a look for the Tetons to see who their individual efforts are getting things done. No one so far over 30, but with 16 games less played than Mary. Easy to point that out. Leading the way for scoring is Cody Barnes with 28 points, 15 goals, 13 assists. Alexander Bailey has 27 points, 5 goals, and 22 assists. 25 points by Kyle Barrett, 9 goals and 16 assists. 23 goals for Seth Davis, 16 goals and 5 assists. These are official stats from the ACHA, and they're only counting 18 games played for a lot of them, so Tetons still have a couple of games in the books not reflected on the official stats. Looking at the Tetons overall as a team, they're coming in. They have scored 73 goals on the season, allowed 89. They're a negative 16 in the scoring differential. And they have 234 penalty minutes here on the season. There's about 8 minutes left to go before we get underway here from the Raymond Center in Williston. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back for more of the pregame show right here on 660 Keys News Radio.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Welcome back here for this edition of Teton Hockey right here on 660 Keys News Radio. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us for all of Teton Hockey and Teton Athletics, as well as everyone else tuning in to listen here for some great collegiate hockey. Taking a look at what these two teams have been doing between the pipes. Kyle Hayden for Mary has had 22 games played. He is 18-2 on the season, and he has only allowed 20 goals in 22 starts, and he is having an absolute fantastic year. 561 saves. He has a .96 save percentage, allowing just .95 goals on the season. We see all the goalies for Mary warming up. Also getting a considerable amount of action for UM is Conan Hayton. Conan has 13 games played. He is 10-3 between the pipes, allowed 28 goals. He has a 2.26 goal per game average and a .92 save percentage here on the season. Tetons and the Marauders are back out on the ice for the final. 3:45 to get ready for this one. Crowd starting to trickle in. Don't have anything going on this Sunday. Head on down over here at the Raymond Center and catch the fantastic matchup as the Tetons try and topple the #1 team in the nation, Mary Marauders. Taking a look at the Tetons, how they have gotten down, how they've gotten things going on between the pipes for them. Getting most of the reps is Freddie Peters. He has 10 games played. He is 4-6 so far on the season. 35 goals allowed through those 10 games, a 3.91 average and a .90 save percentage, saving 339 shots on goal. Also seeing a significant amount of action is Riley Christensen. 9 games between the pipes. He is 1-6 on the season, allowed 45 goals through those 9 games, 5.83 goals per game, 268 total saves on the season for a .85 saving percentage. Looks like they're going to forego the final few minutes here of the game, and they're already getting away with the starting lineups. So Tetons are getting announced here out on the field, or out on the ice. So they had about 3.5 minutes up when we started talking about goalies, but they decided to clear them. They have 20 minutes up on the clock, and now they're going through the starting lineups, which they're already predominantly the way through. So we're going to step aside for a 2-minute timeout while they have the national anthem, and then we'll be back here for the face-off in Williston. Marauders and Tetons coming up. Face-off is in 2 minutes. We'll be back for that.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to asbt.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Invest in yourself at Williston State College.
Scholarship opportunities are available to local and regional students. Eligible students can receive up to $12,000 in tuition and fees.
Make an investment in your education and future with 13 CTE and 15 associate programs, including business management, cybersecurity, agriculture, massage therapy, nursing, petroleum automation, IT, welding, and diesel technology.
Let them help you with that investment in your life. Call 701-774-4200 or visit willistonstate.edu/scholarships.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com. From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Mike back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. Both teams are out on the ice. Peters in the net for the Tetons. Over for the Marauders. Taking a look, it will be number 29, Kyle Hayden. Here we go with a face-off. Taking it for their Tetons is going to be Ellingson. Barrett, first one back to it. Tetons chase it deep in the zone, picked up by Dodds. Dodds will try to lose it around. Ellingson just about lost it, taken away by the Marauders. Grabbing it over there is Flickick. He has it in the corner. They kip it away, and Marauders keep it in the zone. Pass it up onto the point. Cross-ice pass. Up centering is going to go to Witzke. Witzke misses on the shot. Back to Lernitz. Has it on top. Up on top to Isaiah Thomas, the leading Scott. Shot on goal is going to be blocked by Peters. Tetons trying to clear the zone. Taken back away by the Marauders. Centering pass just off the line. Another one. Here's a shot on goal. A huge crushing hit for the Tetons. That one was delivered by Cody Barnes right in front of the goal to make sure nothing got there. Tetons still trying to clear the zone for the first time in the game. Chipped up. Still can't get across the blue line. Dumped back in. Marauders going for a line change. Tetons chase it behind their own net. Here they come. Dodds gets it, and it's going to hit a Marauder skate. It'll stay along the ice back behind the goal. It'll go one more time. Over into the stick of Bailey. Bailey's going to kick it up and mishandled on that pass over to Davis. Back behind the net it goes one more time. Fox Dodds in there, back in the corner, hustling with a couple of Marauders trying to get it out. Hugh Mary commanding the puck so far throughout the first minute and a half of the game. Up onto the point. Dump back down below. Deflected by a stick. That's going to be picked up by the Tetons. Davis pushing it up, finally clearing out of the zone. Tetons get some fresh legs out on the ice. Marauders quickly on it, dump it against the boards. Tetons hold on to it, trying to keep it in there. See if they can set something up. Kicking it over into Kindop, has it. Behind the net it goes. They'll give chase over to Pavic. Pavic, first one to it, dumps it off to the point. Wrist shot is going to go just wide of the net. That one was taken by the Tetons, by McConnell. Tetons still have it. Centering pass swiped out of there by the Marauders. Here they come. Davis centers again. Just swings through right across the middle of the net. Skating it out of there is Pavic. Has it behind the net. He's going to lose control. Marauders pick up. They clear it out of the zone. They'll dump and give chase. And that'll be an icing call. So a couple of good looks on the goal for the Tetons. Just unable to connect the dots here early in this one. After about a 90-second shift to start things off deep in their own zone. And now they'll face off deep in the Marauder zone. Mary wearing their road whites with their orange and blue trim. Or their blue jerseys with a lot of white and orange trim. Tetons with their white tops with black and green trim and green pants. Here we go on the ice. It's like we may have another clock issue that hounded the Tetons here when the Montana State University was in town a couple of weeks ago. They may have to bring out that scoreboard clock that sits right on the scores table. So second time that this has happened here for the Tetons. We have a stoppage in play, hoping to get the technical issues under control. When we resume play, it'll be a face-off deep in Mary's zone. Taking the face-off for the Tetons. Looks like it's going to be Keeker for the Tetons. He's set, still skating around the ice. Both teams keeping their legs loose and limber. We're going to step aside for a 1-minute timeout and give you an update when we come back. Hopefully they can get these technical problems taken care of. Back in 1 minute.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Mike, we're back here for Teton Hockey. We are back in play. Tetons lost the face-off to the Marauders and then got called for an icing, so they'll go back down deep into the Teton zone for another face-off. Coming to take the face-off will be, see who's skating in there for Williston State. Taking it is going to be Scahill. And that's won by the Marauders. Up along the point, it'll go over to Lilico. Lilico shot on goal. That one is swallowed up by Peters. We'll have another face-off here. 17:20 left to go in the first period. Still all knotted up at 0. Both teams still feeling each other out. Here comes another unit on the ice for Williston State. 5 new skaters. Ellingson set to take the face-off. He'll go up against Zast. Here's the face-off. Zast wins that one easily. Swings it up on top to Lilico. Across the point, another shot just wide of Peters and the net. Cleared out of there. Over onto the stick. It'll go to Dodds. Dodds will push it past, but lost back to the Marauders just across center ice. They'll sweep it up. First one to it for the Tetons is Bailey. Cross ice pass. Backing out of there. Trying to beat this hard pressure forward. Turnover deep in the zone, but can't do anything with it for the Marauders. Ellingson, first one to it. Behind the net he goes. He'll try to get it out across the board. Dodds whisked on it, and that's going to be picked back up by the Marauders off the block. Deep into the zone. Working hard is Barrett underneath for Williston State. Little give and go along the boards for the Marauders. Kirkhouse now behind. Centering pass not there. Save before going across the blue line. Dodds paying a pest on the point. He's going to kick it away past the red line. Marauders will have to retreat to get onside. Big gutsy play by Fox Dodds on defense. Here comes the Marauders. They dump and chase behind the net. Dug out of there once again by the Tetons. Picking it up is Bailey. Bailey looking to find someone. Long cross ice pass just inches too wide. And it's going to be picked back up by the Marauders. Racing up the ice, here they come. Taking it is Witzke. Witzke dumps it back down, giving chase is Murray. Murray collided into the corner, trying to get it out. Are 2 players for each team in there. Who can get it out first? Davis working hard for the Tetons. He poked it away. Up it'll go to Lawrence. He's going to on post. Wide open goal, and it's a shot just missed. by Medeiros. Couldn't get a stick on it, and it slid past back behind the net to Murray. Murray works it away through, dumps it off back behind the net over to Haugland. Haugland gets it back up on top to the point. Moving across, dumping back behind the net one more time. Giving chase is Bailey. Another long shift for the Tetons. Struggling on defense. That one's going to be flipped up and go out of play. Bailey trying to careen it off the boards and send it down the ice. But it goes out of play, and that'll be a face-off for the Tetons. They get a chance to get some fresh legs on. Here, 15:31 remaining in the first half. Still knotted up at 0, but it's been about 4 strong minutes for the Marauders, putting big offensive pressure on the Tetons. Face-off won by the Marauders once again. They're going to pick it up. Over there is Wolf, has it on the point. Back behind. Peters with a heck of a save. He got a pad on it. Going to go up on top. Slap shot not there. Trickle down into the corner. Giving chase. Couple of players for each team back behind the boards. Touching it is Fillick. Fillick tries to kick it up. Loose puck going down the ice. Racing forward for the Tetons is Kuhn. He's not the first one there. Marauders take it. They'll push it back up the ice. Wolf has it. He's going to get it ahead. Lost by the Marauders. Taken back by the Tetons. Perrier backs it down behind his own goal. He'll swing it up over to Wallace. Wallace cross it goes back up to Perrier. Cross ice pass again. A little too hard off the boards. Poke check back. Marauders have it, and an odd man break. Who can get to it? Wide open. Here comes a great chance. Peters with another fantastic save between the pipes. That is the second great look that the Marauders have had that they haven't been able to get anything on that. Wallace with the poke away. He's going to get it down the ice. Picking up is Ellingson. Chips it off the boards down in behind the net for the Marauders. That'll be swung around by Hayden. He'll get it up to a teammate who will push it up the ice. Tetons trying to work hard over its go to Freeman. Tries to get a wide angle. Nothing there. That's going to be blocked by Dodds. Dodds gets it out. Here he's going to come. Tetons have numbers. Center it up. That's going to be off to Barnes. Barnes just wide of the net. Tetons still looking for their first shot on goal. Another counterattack coming by Mary. A wide swipe. And a centering pass just goes past Freeman. Tetons trying to get it. They finally pick it up. Ellingson gets it off to Wallace. He loses the handle on it and it's going to slip it down to the Marauders. And that'll go off the stick of the goalie back behind the net. Tetons changing lines once again. Here they come up the ice. In there, Cruz tries to do something with it. He loses it. Tetons take it away. Over there, it's going to go Davis again, but back to the Marauders cross ice. Just too far past Dropic. Dropic race down there, and he's going to have it poked away by Bailey, who takes it back behind the own net. Across the board it goes. It tried to be poked away by Bailey. That doesn't do anything. Cruz back first one to it. Poked away by the Tetons. Marauders have it inside their own zone. Swinging up it to Dropic. Dropic loses the handle. Back as they go. Wild action here along center ice. Finally picked up by the Marauders. That swung along. Poked by the Tetons. Here it's going to go. Picked up by McCaw. McCaw's going to get a good look, but it's going to be poked back out over to the hands of Bailey. Tetons trying to set up, but that's knocked away by the Marauders one more time. Cruz gets it. He'll send it along, and there's going to be an icing that's waved off. Tetons take it behind their own net, dumped back off over to Alexander Bailey. He'll look to push it back up. He'll swing it across. He takes a big shot into the boards, and I think that may have fired him up a little bit. He may be going to put a body on someone here just very shortly. Bailey goes, and he's going to hit someone very hard, takes both men down into the net. Slap shot into Peters, and that's another save. That one's by Nagurski, right at Peters, who gobbles it up and holds it for the stop. 12:35 in a rocket-fast start here for this game. 5 shots on goal for the Marauders, 1 so far for the Tetons. Giger for the Tetons takes it. Marauders come away with the face-off into the boards. They send it. Flipping it up the ice is Kindop, but it doesn't get past the Marauders. Here it goes, trying to save it and kick it out of there is Perrier. Marauders have to bring it out of the zone as they pull away, back into their own. Now here comes a push. Up is Nagurski. Nagurski fires it at Peters, but he is easy glove save for save number 6 on the day. So another face-off coming deep inside the Teton zone. 12:16 left to go in the first half. Teton's starting to get a little bit physical out there on the ice to try to negate some of the speed that the Marauders are bringing to the game. Another collision along the boards between the two teams, and it's going to be brought out of there by the Marauders up on top to the point to Hugelin. Shot's going to be misdirected off the stick. Centering pass not there. It's going to be right back up onto the top Here is Medeiros. Medeiros flips it into Peters. That's not good. Off the board it goes. Another good look for the Marauders. Here it's going to go. Flipped up just wide of the goal. Again, another shot comes. 11:45 left. Tetons trying to clear the zone. Another long set for them. Along the corner it's going to go. Trying to flip it up. It gets wrapped around the back of the zone. First one there is going to be Kindup for Williston State. He'll flip it off the boards. It'll go to center ice and be touched by Nagurski. Nagurski dumps it off to Thomas. Thomas, little shimmy to shake. That shot is going to be off the stick of Kindup and out of play for another Teton face-off. So Tetons working hard between the pipes. Freddie Peters already 7 saves on the game, and Tetons haven't been able to clear the puck very often. So they're doing quick line changes here. A lightning quick Marauders team on the ice here today. Ellingson with the face-off against Thomas. Here's the puck drop. It'll be taken by Ellingson. First one to it for the Tetons is going to be Roslin. Tries to clear. Marauders there. Finally, they get across center ice, but it'll be over into Scanlon. Scanlon wraps around the boards. Tetons trying to wrap it again. And that's going to be a shot. Peters deflects it with the stick just wide of the goal, wrapping it around, and that will be cleared, but it'll be an icing. So Tetons will have to come back down to their own zone, and they'll look to have to hold on once again and try to clear. They have had about 35 seconds of possession inside the Marauders' zone so far this year. There'll be a face-off at center ice. Ellingson will come in once again for Williston State. Taking it for the Marauders will be Petrie. Here comes the face-off. Won by Ellingson once again. Kick picked up by Barrett. He chips it down. Over to go to Barnes. Barnes gets it back behind the net. Marauders goal comes out. Going to go dumped off by the Marauders. There's a 2-on-2 push. Here comes Thomas. Thomas loses an edge into the corners, and he's going to take a bump for it. Around it goes to Philick. Philick has stopped along the edge over with Barrett, trying to kick it out. Right in front of the goal it goes. Out of the zone to center ice. Marauders will have to retreat. They'll push it up again over to Thomas. Thomas looking for a wide angle. He gets a man inside. It's Petrie. He can't do anything with it. Loses the puck. And another big hit behind the net. Centering pass back to Thomas. Thomas tries to beat Peters. That's going to be blocked, and it's going to go off the net. Off the post it goes. So just about a goal allowed there. There was a wide open net as Peters dove to block the net, or the puck. He hit the post and it came off. Puck didn't go in, it went around, but that was a goal-saving, unintentional interference on Peters. 9 shots on goal for the University of Mary so far. We are just about halfway through this first period. Ellingson again on the face-off. He'll go against Escrow. Here's the drop. Won by Escrow. Right on goal. Peters with a nice save right into the breadbasket. That came from Cushing, so they'll do it one more time. That was a quick shot. It was a quick backwards pass right to Cushing, who was open lane right to Peters, who is having himself a busy day so far. Again, won by Mary. It gets popped out into their own zone. They give chase. Picking it up is Witzke. Dump back. He'll pull it behind his own net. Kick it up again for teammates as they look to get a rush. Intercepted by Williston State over to Bailey. And a big open ice hit, and they're going to wave off. Say no penalty. Bailey wanted one. Not happy with that. No call. The Marauders have it one more time. Tetons getting back. Here they comes. 3-on-2 break. Center ice. Here comes a shot by Cushing. Misses wide. Kicked out of there, but Marauders still come away with it. Barrett, first one to it. He'll bring it back behind his own net. He's looking to take it out himself. Here comes a push. He'll dump it off up ahead. That will get off for the Tetons, and it's going to be off a pad of the Marauders. They get it right there. Rebound, not chance there. It'll be right back to the Marauders. Here it comes once again. Is going to be Cushing. Look to push it up. 3-on-1 break. Tetons trying to scramble. Centering pass slides through everything over to the boards. Marauders trying to get it off a stick. It's going to go up into Medeiros. That's wide, no good. And then there's going to be a whistle on the ice. So stoppage in play here with 9:13 left to go. More pressure being put on by the University of Mary. And 11 saves so far for Freddie Peters. Face-off will go in the Teton zone. And they were lined up on the near side. They switched directions. Coming up to take the face-off is Keeker for the Tetons. It's going to be quickly won. On goal, Peters covers it up. And that was just about squeaked through. by the Marauders. Taking the face-off was Zask, and he just about came away to walk it in before Peters jumped on it to cover. Those two will do it one more time. Here comes the puck drop. It's going to be taken away, flipped up in the air by the Marauders. It'll be taken down by Dropic. Dropic's going to get it out up onto the point. Swings it over to Wolf. Wolf loses a handle. That'll be touched by the Tetons. Taking it is Perrier. Tetons trying to push out of their own zone. Off the ice or off the glass it'll go. They'll dump and give chase, and that'll be another icing call here with 8:51 left to go. So not able to get any offense and set up in the Marauder zone so far in this period. Tetons are just having to hold on as best they can, get breathers, and ice the puck to face off once again. Scahill taking the face off up against Lernertz. Little hold on it. Now here's the face off. Comes away and scramble for it. Marauders come away with it. Dropic has it. He's looking to cycle it through. Lost a handle trying to get it up to the point. He reverses along the boards. Back behind the net it goes. It'll be taken. Reverse the traction. Over there is Zasty. Zasty kicks it up. And that will get out of the zone. Marauders will have to retreat and reset up. Cruz has it. He tries to force it up. Nothing doing there. Long pass going to go across the boards. Up in Medeiros. Takes it again. Tetons putting some pressure in the Marauder zone. Long pass is just about hit a Teton player going for a line change. Kindup. He's going to look to move it along the board. Slips it up, and that one is going to be another icing for Williston State. Still unable to get it past center ice. 8:11 left to go in the period, and another face-off in the Teton zone. We'll see who both teams send to the circle. Keeker coming up for the Tetons. Huglin for the Marauders. Here's the face-off. Huglin wins it easily over to Lilico. Lilico cross it down towards the line. Saved by Peters. He knocks it away. It's going to go right in front of the ice. Save for it, and that is going to be a stoppage as the post comes off again. So no one knew where that was at, and Peters had left the whole right side of the net exposed as he went down to make that save. It bounced off a pad, and there's a scrum in front of the net that knocked it off the post for the second time here in the period. We'll have another face-off. It'll be Ellingson taking it. He'll be going up against Huglin. Ellingson's had the most success so far for face-off here for the Tetons. A warning on a couple extracurriculars here, a little extra jostling happening outside of the face-off circle. Here it comes, and it's going to be taken away there by the Tetons. There's a big dump called, made by Cody Barnes. He's going to lose it over to Murray for the Marauders. Murray skates it through, up onto the point to Lilico. Lilico have it down there. They're going to get it to Peters. Across the center of the ice it goes, and Peters loses his stick. He's there without a stick. It's in front of him. Kent doesn't have time to pick it up. Another centering pass. Here's going to go another great block. That's going to be dropped there, and there's going to be... And now there's going to be a stoppage on the ice. We might have our first penalty of the game. We'll see what the call is here on the ice as they're heading down towards center ice. And now it looks like we do have one of the Marauders heading to the box. No, he's not heading the box, so it's just stoppage in there. Now it's a face-off just across the blue line. So here's a face-off again. That's going to be taken by the Tetons. Picked up by Davis. Davis has an avenue. Tries for the backhand. Just blocked there by Hayden. Kept alive by the Marauders. They're going to try for a counterattack. Up the ice they go. Filick has it. Filick tries to center. That's going to be across the face of Peters over to the boards. Off a skate of the Marauders. It's going to be picked up once again by Davis. He's looking to push. Dropped off. Back comes Thomas. Thomas looking to push it up. Taking a wide angle. Goes back to the middle. Centering pass. Knocked away. Thomas the first one to it. Back behind the net. Another centering pass. Swiped away by Williston State. Kept alive by the Marauders. Whiskey has it up on top. Short angle right into the breadbasket once again. That is save number 17 of the first half for Freddie Peters, as he is being peppered here throughout period number 1. 6:53 left to go still, as these Tetons are doing everything they can Keeker's heading to take the face-off, going up against Thomas. Thomas takes it, shot on goal, centering not there. Can't handle the rebound is Philick. It's going to be taken away. Philick regains control, up onto the point. It'll go. They go past a point-to-point pass, back behind it, go off a Teton stick. Behind the net, first one to it is going to be Barrett. Can he get it away? Waiting for it is Perrier. He can't do anything with it. Trying to get it free across center ice. Marauders will have to regroup. Over to Philick is going to go. He kicks it off the boards right to Thomas. He reverses his skate, and he'll be up again with Barrett. Taking away is Barnes. Barnes trying to do something with it, trying to muscle his way. He's pushed into the boards, and Lernertz has to take it up. Intercepted there by the Tetons, and they get across the center ice. Here comes Davis. Shot on goal. That's going to be in there. Seth Davis rockets one home. Twisted wrister buries it deep, and only the third shot on goal for the Tetons. They take a 1-0 lead here with 6:10 left to go. So the constant pressure, and the Tetons bided their time, and it was Davis who took the counterattack, got it down the ice, and got a clean look, and he beat Hayton glove side top shelf. Face off back at center ice. Here comes Ellingson up again. Escrow. It's going to go back to Hayden. He's going to kick it off. No, he's just going to decide to cover it up as the Tetons heading down the ice with a head of steam. So it'll be a face off. This time now in. Let's go. Bailey with the goal, not Davis. So here comes Ellingson, a face-off deep inside the Marauders' territory. Here it goes. That's going to be won by Ellingson. He hits the deck, lost an edge. Is going to be taken out of there. First picked up by Escrow. Escrow going to lose it up. Dodds has it. They try a centering pass, just not there. Picking up on the point, it'll be Kindup. Kindup tries to get along. Another good chance for the Tetons. Couldn't do anything. There's Dodds. Has it. Tries to pull it away. He's going to get it. They can't chip it around the boards and give chase. Tetons trying to lay the wood against the Marauders down in this one. Another good shot. Centering pass just slides through. Marauders are going to be able to break free and get it down the ice. Couple players hit the deck, and swinging it out of there is Kindup back along the corner. This one's starting to get very physical, and there is going to be a whistle and a penalty on the ice. And that one is going to go against Marauders. And that is now there is going to be a little bit of unsportsmanlike happening after that at Garrett Freeman. It looks like, and he got the big old T after committing the penalty. It would have been just a holding penalty, but he may be in for a little bit longer of a breather in the sin bin. He's in there for 4 minutes. We'll wait for the official call from the booth. Ellingson set to take the face-off. Once again, Teton power play. We'll see if they can jump out to a 2-point lead. Here comes the face-off. That's taken away by the Marauders. First one down there is Barrett back behind the net trying to get it out. Ellingson giving chase along the boards. He can't get there. It's going to be whipped down, and that'll be along the net. Coming out of net is Peters, but giving chase and waving him off is Barnes. Barnes back behind the net. One-man pressure. Thomas gets it. Barnes dumps it back off behind him. It'll be pushed up over to Davis. Davis up on top to Barrett. Barrett trying to get away to Barnes, and there's going to be a whistle called, and it looks like it may be an offsides on Williston State. 3:35 left to go in the penalty play, and a face-off will be just on the Teton side of the Marauder zone, in the neutral zone with 5:03 left to go in the period. Taking the face-off for Williston State will be McCaw. He'll go up against Cushing. Face-off won by the Marauders. They swing it down. Over is going to go to Flick. Long cross-ice pass. It'll go back behind the net. Marauders looking like they want to go for something short-handed here. They lose the handle, and Tetons dump it back behind their own. Kindup gathering the Teton offense. They look to push it up. Pass up to McCaw. He's going to be on the surge. He dumps it off. He's holding on now into the corner, swinging it around. Tetons looking to get something happen. They can't do anything. Poked away by Lernertz. Lernertz going to send it back over to Peters. Peters brings it behind the net. Grabbing it is Kindup. He'll look to make the push. Swinging around the boards over to Dodds. Dodds. He's going to take it up off the boards to Wallace. Wallace chips it up across the boards. McCaw first one there. See if he can do anything with it. Trying to get it back out to Wallace. Fighting hard. Now here comes Kuhn in there. Wallace, slap shot off a pad. Picked up by Kindup. He reverses the direction. Good move, but couldn't keep the handle of the puck. tipped away. Here comes a 3-on-2 break. Wallace, the only one back there. He slides. Peters with another huge save on the short-handed attempt. And Marauders are going to keep possession, and a centering pass can be intercepted by Williston State. Again, they lose it right in front of the goal. Wallace picks it up. He's going to look to push it up ahead. Wallace tries to dump it off too hard on the pass. No icing on the call. Waved around the back of the net. Reverse the ice. First one to it. Over on the other side is going to be Bailey. Bailey swings it around. Marauders first one there. Nagurski has it. And that's going to be a quick slap over on the goal, and Hayden going to have to cover up on that. Still 2 minutes left to go on the penalty. 3:28 left to go in the period. Tetons holding on to that 1-0 lead thanks to the Alexander Bailey fantastic goal. Ellingson again, follow the power play for the Tetons. And that one's going to be one kicked over. First one to it is the Marauders. Marauder hits the deck. If the Tetons can get away, they'll have another man advantage. Centering pass going to go up, nothing there, and it's going to be jumped on by Hayden. So Hayden had to lunge out of his zone to hop on that one, as one of his players, looked like it was Nagurski, lost an edge, and it was going to be a 5-on-3 advantage if the Tetons could get hold. Face-off won by the Tetons. Up on top, it'll go over to Davis. Davis moves it down, back up on top, and he'll lose it out of the zone. He'll have to peel back. Here comes the Marauders giving chase. Petrie has it. Way back behind their own net they go. They'll look to reset up, and here comes a change. Back out on the ice for the Tetons is going to come Pavitt. They look to go to big push. Barnes has it. See if he can go for a wraparound. He loses an edge. Tries a center. That one's going to be blocked by the Marauders. Tetons keep it alive. Back to Barnes. He's going to slip it through. Pavitt. No, that one's blocked again, and he gets it in there. Joey Pavitt with a rebound shot in there. That'll be an assist by Barnes. Tetons take a 2-0 lead here in the first. Williston State rolling over the #1 team in the nation here with 2:45 left to go. That'll clear the penalty. Only the 5th shot on goal for Williston State so far, 19 for the Marauders. So here we go, another face-off at center ice. Keeker coming up against Huber. Face-off going to be won by the Marauders. They'll pull it out and look to set up and move it into the zone. Cross-ice pass over to Dropic. Dropic, centering. That's going to get through one teammate. Crosses around, loses it, poked to check by the Tetons. They get it out. Now Keeker trying to push it through. First one to it for the Marauders will be Whiskey. Whiskey backs it out behind his own net, and he'll wait for some better option. Reverses dribble, hounding him the whole way will be Bailey. They get it up ahead over to Dropic. Poke check again, intercepted by the Tetons. They'll dump it down. No icing, didn't cross any lines. And the Marauders, they're looking like they're on their heels here. Long cross-eyed pass is going to go up to Dropic. One-on-one, drop, toe drag, and he loses a handle on the puck. He regains possession. Up on top, he's going to go. He's being harassed all throughout the ice. He lost it out of the zone. No call on that one, and it's going to be a stoppage in play. Lilico was clearly offsides, and it was a blown call there, just about allowed a huge turn of events as the whole Teton bench rose to their feet to make the officials known. And I think the delayed offsides call will pay dividends for Williston State. That was a wild. He pulled it back to wind up to take a long wrist shot from the blue line, just drug it across. Here comes Ellingson, another face-off. Puck is going to be chipped up in the air. Who can come down with it? It's going to be poked up there by the Tetons. Wrist shot over by Hayden, towards Hayden. He knocks it off by a pad. Taking it is Scanlon. Scanlon pushes it up ahead. Intercepted by the Tetons. Dons grabs it. He's going to whip it back down in zone. Giving chase are the Marauders. First one to it is Lilico. He brings it out. Push it up. Cross ice pass. A little too wide of a teammate. Looking for it is Huglin. Huglin cross ice one more time. Tetons going side to side, defensively skating. That pass is going to be tipped up again. Back behind center ice. The Marauders go. Here they come on the push. Going up. Here they come, trying to get another wide angle over is Murray. He sends it across the middle. That goes to the boards. Back behind the net. First one to it, hanging out is Murray again. He's living behind the Teton net so far in the first period. We approach 1 minute left. Centering pass, looking to get it in high angle off the arm of Peters. Another good save. 20 shots on goal now. That one goes out of play. Tetons holding on to their 2-0 lead. Shots on goal is 20-6 in favor of the University of Mary. 59 seconds left to go. Here comes the face-off. McCaw set to take it for the Tetons. He'll go up against Petrie. Here goes the face-off, won by McCaw. Picked up behind the net. Barrett has it. He's looking to back it down. He loses the handle on it. McCaw comes away with it. He'll look to dump it off the boards. Up it'll go over to Davis. Giving chase the Marauders. They'll pick it up just across center ice in the neutral zone. Bailey, he kicks it off. Lost right in front of the net, but chipped up in the air. Brought down. Here comes a breakaway. Davis has a chance. He's going stick side, and that's going to be saved by Hayden. He was attacking stick side, tried to shoot it glove side for a third goal of the period, but a fantastic save by Kyle Hayden. Saved that one. Tetons face off deep in the Marauder zone. Here comes another one by McCaw. McCaw's going to take that one away again. It'll go up onto the point, swung around the boards for the Tetons. Giving chase, first one to it is Witzke for the Marauders. He's going to skip it off ahead, off of Thomas's stick. Poked away, 3-on-2 break. Can they get the centering pass up there to Thomas? And that's going to be blocked again. Wide open goal. No one can get there. Here comes a wrist shot right into Peters again. And another great save. Shots on goal 21 and 22. Also gobbled up by Freddie Peters. 19 seconds left to go in period number 1. Tetons trying to hold firm to head into the locker room with a 2-0 lead. Ellingson set to take the face-off. He'll go up against Petrie. Face-off going to be won by the Marauders. Block skated out of there by Flickick. Centering pass goes wide. Up on top to Lernertz. Lernertz tries to cross it off. 6 seconds left. Another centering pass. There's Thomas. Tries to get it. Peters swipes it away. Thomas gets it again. He tries to get it up on top, and they're going to run out of time. Holy catfish. Tetons head into the locker room up by 2 goals over the number 1 team in the nation, 2-0. And standing on his head with 24 first period saves is Freddie Peters. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back for the first half intermission report here from Williston. You're listening to Teton Hockey right here on 660 Keys News Radio.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for the news.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Invest in yourself at Williston State College.
Scholarship opportunities are available to local and regional students. Eligible students can receive up to $12,000 in tuition and fees.
Make an investment in your education and future with 13 CTE and 15 associate programs, including business management, cybersecurity, agriculture, massage therapy, nursing, petroleum automation, IT, welding, and diesel technology.
Let them help you with that investment in your life. Call 701-774-4200 or visit wilistonstate.edu/scholarships.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer? Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
Mike Rooter back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. Tetons holding a 2-0 lead over the University of Mary Marauders. And the story of the game is Freddie Peters. He has 24 saves in that first period, and some of them were absolutely gorgeous saves that he has been spreading it all over and laying his body out on the line to make sure that he can give the team his best chance that he can. Tetons got 2 goals in that period, and they were both dandies as well. Coming in at the 6:10 mark, Alexander Bailey got an unassisted goal. He skated up till past the blue line, and he took an absolute rocket glove side past Kyle Hayden for the first one on the boards. And then coming at the 2:45 mark, Pavic set one across, or Cody Barnes set one across to Pavic. Pavic put a shot on goal over to Hayden, hit off a blocker, and then he got the rebound and then put that one's top shelf glove side. That was 2 goals on 7 shots in the game. Davis almost had one on a breakaway as well. He is attacking stick side on Hayden, and the book might be out on Hayden that he may be able to beat glove side top shelf, but he went there again, but Hayden was able to get a glove on that and hold it. But Freddie Peters, he has 24 saves, and he has been absolutely peppered throughout this first period. Teton spent the first 8 minutes of the period unable to get out of their zone. They didn't hold it in possession in the Marauder zone for more than about a half a minute, and that was much of the case until that breakaway goal on a counterattack by Bailey. Only 1 penalty in the period. That came against Garrett Freeman. He got a 2-minute minor for holding, and also done a little bit of extra chirping there with the officials as he was making his way to the penalty box, and they said, "Hey there, bud, why don't you sit down for an extra 2 minutes with an unsportsmanlike penalty?" And that is the only penalty action so far for the period. Tetons started out, they were back on their heels throughout much of this first period, but as things got going, they got a little more. They got a couple, I think it was, they were a little thinking to themselves, hey, this is the number 1 team in the nation. We got to tighten up a little bit, and I think they got a little tight in general. After a couple big hits, they laid some wood down there on the Marauders, and after they came out, got that first one, the team started playing looser, started passing better, started getting more 50-50 pucks in open ice, and good things have happened, and that's that they're saying at that 2-0 break. Still a little bit more, they're playing a little bit cautious with the scoreboard here in Williston. They don't have the halftime numbers or the intermission numbers up. They just have 20 minutes, so they can start the second period when both teams come out. So not quite sure how much time we have left. I'll have to go check to see when we're going to go back in. So we're going to step aside. We'll call it a 5-minute timeout, and then we'll be back for more of the first period intermission here from the Raymond Center in Williston.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com. From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When I was a kid, Uncle Remus, he put me to bed with a picture of Stonewall Jackson above my head. Then Daddy came in to kiss his little man with gin on his breath and a Bible in his hand. He talked about honor and things I should know. Then he'd stagger a little as he went out the door. I can still hear the soft southern winds in the live oak trees, and those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me. Hank in Tennessee, I guess we're all gonna be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? Nothing makes a sound in the night like the wind does, but you ain't afraid if you're washed in the blood like I was. The smell of cave jasmine through the window screen, John R. and the Wolfman kept me company by the light of the radio by my bed, with Thomas Wolfe whispering in my head. I can still hear the soft southern winds in the live oak trees, and those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me. Hank in Tennessee, I guess we're all gonna be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? When I was in school, I ran with a kid down the street, and I watched him burn himself up on bourbon and speed. But I was smarter than most, and I could choose. Learn to talk like the man on the 6 o'clock news. When I was 18, Lord, I hit the road, but it really doesn't matter how far I go. I can still hear the soft southern winds in the live oak trees, and those Williams boys, they still mean a lot to me. Hank in Tennessee, I guess we're all gonna be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? Yeah, what do you do with good old boys like me?
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are. neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Mike Ritter back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. 20 minutes up on the score on the American State Bank scoreboard. Tetons ahead of UMary 2-0. We'll have to see what adjustments both coaches have made in the second half. Coach Galt looked like he was a little frustrated with some of the things his team was doing throughout the first about 13 minutes of that first period before they hit a different gear out there, ended up putting 2 goals in. Coach Huntley for the Marauders, he has to be a little bit shell-shocked. Hopefully his players aren't when they head back out onto the ice and see if they can bounce back. They'll be looking to get a couple of them up here early in the second, continue that pressure, and he has to be happy with the shots on goal that he's getting for his team. 24 of them up, but all of them being saved by Freddie Peters so far in the contest. Marauders coming out of the hallway. They are set to go and take the ice. Zamboni is off. There's the last of the slush coming off. They'll just have to put the nets back on. It's a fantastic first period of play here in Williston, and there will be 2 more coming here just very shortly. Coaches coming back out of the locker rooms as well, so both teams look like they are set to go. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout and be back for the start of the second period here from Williston.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
Mike, we're back here for Teton Hockey. 20 minutes on the clock, both teams back on the ice, and we're just seconds away from the first face-off of the second period. Will the ballad of Freddie P continue as he has a clean slate so far in the period? And they're waiting just to fix a net that got caught in one of the side doors. Here we go. Ellingson set to take the face-off. He's going to go up against Petrie. There's going to face off. Going to be won by the Marauders. They'll get it back into their own zone. They'll dump back. Witzke has it. He's chased by Dodds. Cross ice pass. It'll come up off a skate of the Tetons. That's picked up by Bailey. They push it ahead, but the Marauders are right there to intercept it. It'll go. Dodds again, giving chase. Another cross ice pass. Flip it up, and that will be dumped back into the Teton zone. Back there over to Ellingson behind the net. He'll get it. Can't find Davis. Picked up by the Marauders behind the Tetons net. Off the rail it goes. Back on top to the point. Taken by Witzke. He's going to lose it back. Lose the zone. First one, 2. Let's see if Dodds can get there first. Just late. Puck's going to be chipped up, and it'll go out of play. So crazy start to the action here. Both teams gunning for it. A little more sense of urgency on both teams' parts. Maybe a little bit frenetic more than calm, methodical, an onslaught that the Marauders had in the first period. Here comes another face-off. McCaw going up against Estro. That's going to be won by McCaw. He hasn't lost a face-off so far in the game. It's pushed up ahead by the Tetons, but taken right back by the Marauders. Scanlon has it. He gets it ahead, dumps it off the boards, and he'll dump and chase. That is going to go to the Tetons. Kindop has it in the corner. Tetons trying to poke it free. McCaw into the boards it goes. Here Tetons going to get it up. They dump it up. Only across one line. No icing. Back it's going to go. Giving chase. Having to swing it out of there is Hayden behind the net. That one's popped way up in the net in the air, and that'll fly out of play. So we'll have a face-off here. 18:51 on the American State Bank scoreboard as they wait for another puck to be lifted in from the scores table. McCaw again in on the face-off up against Escrow. Here it comes. Here comes the drop. That's going to be won by McCaw. Swung it around the boards. They had Barrett wide open at the point. Couldn't find him. Lost puck behind the net. Swimman's going to try to come away with it. It's taken there by McCaw. It's against his skate, poked free. Teton's trying to center it, but it's going to be Escrow. Comes away. He'll dump it off. That'll be over to Dropic. Dropic loses it. He swings it across the line. That'll be taken by Peters. Dumps it off over to Bailey. Bailey looking to bring it out. He gets it off to a teammate. Trying to find McCaw, couldn't quite get it to them, and just about a huge open ice collision. Long pass is going to be swung out of there by the Tetons, but that goes right at Lilico. Lilico loses it, poked away by Pavic, but back it'll go to the Marauders. Up, it's going to be to Murray. He's been a pest so far for the Marauders. He comes on a wide push, going glove side of Peters. Look and see if he can wrap around. Nothing there. Nothing for a centering pass. Over on the point to Witzke. Cross, it'll go up to Lernertz. That's no good off the back of the board. There's Murray there. He swings it past Peters, and that's going to be gobbled up. 25th save of the game, and the Tetons on the bench pound the boards in support of their guy between the pipes. We'll have another face-off deep in the Teton territory. This one starting off much the same as the first period did, with Marauders controlling it throughout. Tetons getting some fresh legs out on the ice. Up 2-0. They're a negative 19 shots on goal. Here comes Ellingson on the face-off. It's going to be, Ellingson hits the ice. It's going to be a scramble for it. Off the boards, it'll go, and it'll be swung out of there. First one to it for the Marauders will be Witzke. He creates it off the boards. Murray has it. He's going to dump it up ahead. Chasing and getting in it is Acker. Acker gets there. Tetons give chase. First one there for Williston State is Roslin, but Marauders keep it in zone. Wrist pass, misses just wide. Rebound swung on, nothing. That's going to swing through the zones. Tetons clear, but that's going to be an icing call, so they'll march back down. No icing waved off here. So here come the Marauders. Pushing up will be Witzke. Witzke giving chase for Dodds. Dodds, nice poke check. Gets it away from him, but back behind the boards it goes. Murray picks it up. He'll try to reverse his direction, and he's collided into the boards by Wallace. There's a scrum in the corner. Wallace trying to poke the puck free from Murray. Finally, Wallace comes away with it. See if he can clear another collision. Loses it. Someone gets taken down behind the net for the Tetons. That's Roslin hitting the ice. Has to pick up his stick. Poking it there is Hauglin trying to keep it away. Once again, there's Roslin along there. Ellingson trying to keep it away. Murray finally comes away with it. He's going to look to push it back up on top. Open shot, here it comes, and that's going to be poked aside by Peters' stick. Another save for the Tetons. Up on top, another shot off of a Teton defender. That one off the leg of Ellingson. That'll go up for the Marauders. Ellingson whips it around, and he went to go wrap that one around the boards, and instead he lifted it up a little bit too much, and it goes out of play. 16:20 left in the second period on the American State Bank scoreboard. Face-off will come deep in the Teton zone. Marauders banging away at Freddie P in between the pipes, trying to get one through, but so far no luck. Coming in for the face-off once again will be Isaac Ellingson. For the Marauders, it'll be Zasti. There's a stoppage there. Both players just a little bit too eager. Here comes the face-off. One by Zasti. Up onto the point. It'll go. Wrist shot by Wolf. No there. Nothing there. It's going to be poked away, picked up and dropped by Zasti. He just about lost an edge. He wraps it around back behind the board. Roslin tries to swing it through. It's going to wrap all the way around into the back, and that one is going to be picked up. Line change for the Tetons. They trying to get it up. Marauders trying to catch him sleeping. Here comes the puck behind the net. Peters swings it around the boards. Taken back behind the boards by the Marauders. They get it over to Cruz. Cruz, takes a big hit back down there by Barrett. Back up, it's going to go to the point. Another big hit, that one by Pavic. Tetons trying to clear the zone. It's poked away by Zasti. He's going to get it down. Back around to go to Huber. Huber lose the handle off to the Tetons, but picked up by Wolf. Wolf, collision at center ice, poked up ahead in the Marauder zone. Couple of Tetons giving chase. Looks like they have a chance for a little bit of pressure. Collided back behind the Marauder net. Here they go, chipping away at it, trying to see who's going to come away with the puck here. 15:23 left to go in the second. And there's going to be a stoppage as no one was getting any momentum back behind the net. And they'll have a face-off. Marauders go for a big line change. Tetons were able to get away with one. Marauders just about caught him on a breakaway by Zasti. If he would have had a clean catch on the pass, he could have had open ice to Peters. McCaw with a face-off, taken away by the Marauders. That one's picked up by Lilico. Lilico bounces it off the boards up to Flickick. Flickick gets it across. Centering pass, not there. Again by Peters. He bats it away. That one may have been just a little wide. Back behind the net. That one's picked up. A high top shelf goal, and Peters allows the first of the game in. He got screened by his own man. Couldn't see the puck as that beat him top shelf stick side for the first Marauders goal of the game. 15:03 remaining in the second period on the American State Bank scoreboard. Marauders cut the lead in half, 2-1. We'll see how the Tetons can respond. Here comes the face-off at center ice. Keeker taking it for the Tetons against Petrie. Going to be taken away by the Tetons. Pushing up is Perrier. He tries to get it across. He finds Kuhn. Kuhn tries to dump it out. It's taken away by U of M. Lifted up way over, and that one's going to hit the top of the glass and pop back into play. A long cross-ice pass going to go for the Marauders. They're going to another one. That one's going to go over to Flick. He's going to get it down along the base. Trying to slip it through. Centering pass is going to be picked up by the Tetons. They get it past center ice down into the Marauder zone. 14.5 left to play. Here they come on another push. Pushing up for Mary is Witzke. Witzke trying to get it free. He slides past Kuhn. Gets across. Now in past the neutral zone. Tries to take it himself. Peters bats it away. Tetons trying to flip it up again. That won't get over to Barnes. Barnes skating through. Takes a couple of pokes, and he's going to take a big hit, but who hit him? It was Flick. Took the most of that hit. Back on the push comes Lernertz. Lernertz is going to slip it right at Peters, who holds and will have a face-off deep in the Teton zone. 14:02 left in this second. It's a one-goal game, 2-1. Teton still on the high side. Ellingson going up against Estro. These two have done battle all game long. Face-off won by Ellingson. Off the boards it goes. Dodds trying to poke it away. He's going to be taken up. Pass back to Dodds. He's going to poke it free. Can he get there? It'll be back into the corner. He's trying to get it around, but he just can't quite enough. Centering pass, but Barnes can't just get a stick on it. It'll be poked up ahead over by Cushing. Cushing won't be the first one there, and both him and Bailey go into the boards. There's a big scuffle, and finally coming away, Ellingson with it. He is hounded by a stick. Marauders come away with it. They get it up to the point, onto Scallion. Scallion post to post, point-to-point pass, and across the point, Wolf took a long wrist shot, trying to get a screener in there again to slip one past Peters. That's been their best offense all game long, is to get some bodies in the way to see if they can disrupt the eye line of Freddie P. McCaw again on the face-off. He'll take it away from Estro. Marauders take it back behind their own net. Going to try to get it up to the point. Over Scanlon. Scanlon doffs off a Teton stick. Collision next to the blue line. But Marauders are going to be able to pick it up. They back skate into their own zone. Tetons, some back checks trying to get it up here. Marauders getting set. Here comes the push. They lose a handle. Picking it up is going to be McCaw, but he just can't get enough on it. Here it had a great chance for a 1-on-2. Marauders bring it back behind their own net. Tetons trying to go for the forecheck now. Here it comes. Good look. Centering pass is going to be just deflected by Williston State. That'll be poked out there by Pavic. He's taken along the boards. Now go up to Davis. Davis trying to get it around, but Davis going to be along the boards, now taken away by the Marauders. Cushing has it. Here comes another push. They had someone a little cherry picking, but the long cross ice pass just missed. And then there's a line change by Marauders after the turnover. Here it comes. A long pass, or chipping it into the zone is Perrier. And dumping and chasing are the Tetons. Marauders, they are coming in waves here so far in this second period. Murray bringing it up the ice, trying to back around, going for the wraparound, nothing there, and that is going to be another goal for the Marauders. Murray got the wraparound, and there was plenty of bodies in the way. Couldn't see who put the rebound in. Past Peters. So that will make it 2-2 with 12:07 left in the second period on the American State Bank scoreboard. Tetons now even with the Marauders. Back at center ice, Ellingson going up against Acker. Acker takes the face-off. Dodds with quick pokes it away, but Murray going to come and push it back into the Teton zone. He'll slap sticks with a couple of Tetons. Goes back behind the Teton net. They go trying to get around back of the net, trying to find a centering pass. They've had lots of those with Murray seemingly running the offense behind the net. Quick wrist shot by Medeiros. That one's off of a Teton pad. And to go into the corner. Scrum there, and Bailey is being held by the back of his head, and he didn't like that one bit. Dodd with the backwards pass to Bailey just off the mark. He gets it again, tips it off. Bailey trying to race it there. First one to it will be Medeiros, and Tetons are going to go for a change as they get some players off the ice and some fresh legs on. Intercepted by Barrett. He's going to try to chip it down, and there's a big hit laid on Barrett by Medeiros. Things are starting to get physical here in the second. 11:15 left to go. Here pushing out of it, taking the puck is Acker. Acker, two-man, and his shot is going to be deflected by Bailey. Tetons trying to get it out of the zone. Marauders intercepted behind the net. Barnes trying to push it up, nothing there. Centering pass deflected, but kept in front of the zone. That's kicked out of there by Barrett. Back is going to go up to Davis. Davis trying to clear. He can. Another centering pass just wide of Dropic. Back behind along the crease is going to go. Here comes the Tetons. Dodds, he pushes it up to Davis. Davis tries to squeak it through. See if he can get another one. He tried for the fancy one for the toe drag, and that one just slipped past off of his stick. Pavic has it, tries to get it on. There's a slap shot that's going to be blocked off of a Marauder stick. Picking it up is Scanlon. Scanlon pushing up. 3-on-2 up the ice. Tipped away by Wallace, and he pushes it back up. Marauders recover in their own zone. Off the boards is going to go. Here they come again with another good look. Big pressure again by Scanlon. Get it up. He'll reverse his skate. Up on top. Kick it over to Whiskey. Whiskey has it chopped away by Pavic. Up on top to the point. Redirected centering pass isn't there. Chipped away by the Tetons. Marauders again. They keep it in the zone. Dump it down and give chase. First one to it for the Tetons is Bailey trying to get it free. He gets it over to Pavic. Pavic going to swing it through. Picked up by the Marauders in their zone. Slid ahead, and that one will be an icing call as a long pass intended for Whiskey will be wide, and that will cross a couple of lines, be an icing. Over halfway through this second period, 9:39 left, still tied at 2 apiece. Tetons got 2 in the first period. So far, the Marauders have gotten 2 in this one. Now we're all knotted up. Face-off coming, taken away, slap shot is going to be blocked by Hayden. Tetons keep it alive in the Marauder zone. Back along the boards is going to go. Marauder seemingly coming away with it, pushing it out is going to be Lernertz. Lernertz pushing it up the ice. Long cross-ice pass is going to go to Flickick. Flickick has it stripped away by McConnell. Pushing it up, and that's going to be a long chip down and an icing on the Tetons. Any chance that these Marauders get in space, they are off to the races down the ice, and the Tetons are doing everything they can to try to help out Peters in between the posts. 33 shots on goal for UMary, only 8 for the Tetons through just over 30 minutes of play. Face-off going to be taken away by the Marauders. Picked up. It's going to go. Centering pass. Slips wide. Grabbed by Freeman. Freeman swings along the boards. Tetons get there first, but the Marauders close. Scanlon has it. He's going to get it back behind the net. Trying to bring it around. No angle. Here's a back. Good look by the Marauders. That one's tipped away. Back up on top. Scanlon has it again. Poked away once again by the Tetons. Off a skate and a stick it goes. Keeker has it. He might have taken that one off the ankle. Looked like it hurt. Here's a good look by Peters. Just slid wide by the Marauders. Again, tussles by both teams. They're going to get it up. Touch. Going to go past the neutral zone into the Marauder zone. They'll have to give chase. Across the board, Tetons in a line change. They'll have to recover quickly. There it goes. Kindop sliding in there. He's going to go for the nice poke check. It'll go through. Tetons trying to be the first ones down to the puck, but beating them is going to be Nagurski for the Marauders. He brings it behind his own net, reverses it. Turnover for Dodds. He has a chance. Couldn't get any stick on it. Nagurski's going to push it up ahead. Once again, Marauders on a big push. Here's Cushing. Cushing trying to find an edge, going one-on-one with Bailey. They get tangled up. Barnes there. Ellingson's going to take it. Back to Barnes it'll go. Here comes Tetons. They have a 4-on-2 advantage, and there's going to be an offside call on Williston State that negates the huge rush that could have saw the Tetons get back up on the high side. Just under 8 minutes left to go. 7:58 on the American State Bank scoreboard. All tied up at 2-2. So a big chance for the Tetons gets washed away, as it looks like it may have been Ellingson who was about a couple inches offsides. Here comes a face-off. McCaw setting to take it against Acker. And McCaw hits the deck, and that's pulled away by Murray. Murray going to slip it up ahead over to Nagurski. Nagurski sliding down the boards. He tries to wrap it around the boards, get it. First one to there is going to be Davis. Davis slings it through, but just not wide enough. Murray intercepts. He gets it back down over to Nagurski. Nagurski tries to center it. That's tipped away over by Davis once again. He's going to get it up into the hands of Pavic, but just too hard off his stick. Swings it back around. Lost by the Tetons. And they poke it back away. There is Bailey. First one there to touch it, but it's taken back by Hugland. Hugland gets it in. Here's Murray. Great save. Glove save by Peters as Murray took a wrist shot from about 18 feet out. Save number 33 out of 35 shots in the game for Freddie Peters. 7:20 left to go in period number 2. Tetons would love to get on the high side before this one ends. And heads to the second period intermission. Another face-off. That one's going to be taken away. Quick shot is taken there by Zassi. That one went just wide. Picked up and pulled back by Witzke. Here it comes now, the push by the Marauders. Poked out of there by the Tetons. That was knocked free by Kuhn. Marauders pulling back. Lernertz gets it over to Witzke. And there's going to be long put off into... Going to be sent, trying to be sent along the boards. That one's going to be sent into the benches. So it'll be a face-off in the Marauder zone. 7 minutes even left to go. This one is heating up here at the Raymond Center as both teams, the high-flying Marauders, as they are starting to have to play a little more physical game as this one starts to get tighter as we go. Tetons win the face-off. Dodds tries to slide it through, and that one just blocked off by Hayden. Here comes the Marauders. Witzke brings it up the ice. He tries to slide it along. Return pass goes back to Witzke. He can't handle it. Tries to bring it back. He'll dump it off over to Cruz. Cruz up on top. He'll try to find someone up to the point. Back it'll go to Witzke. Witzke tries to center off a stick of Cruz. It goes into the corner. Bailey tried to poke it out of there. Ellingson now giving chase. He's going to get along with Cruz. Someone's going to get it free. There's Barnes. Barnes looking to push it up ahead to Dawes. Just too far past Dawes. Icing is waved off. Dawes tried to put a big hit on the play, but just ended up a little short. Didn't want to get a penalty on that one. It's going to be chipped and chased by the Marauders. They keep it in the zone. Centering pass way up by the blue line. Marauders didn't have a good look. They're going to get it over to Scanlon. Scanlon shoots it wide. There goes over to Barrett. Barrett has it taken away from him. Another centering pass. That one's going to slide through past Thomas. Thomas going to get it back up. Dodds being an absolute pest. Marauders will have to pull it back and get onside. They'll wrap it around the boards. chasing it over there in the corner. First one to it is Nagurski. He's going to slide it up on top, off the boards wide. Barnes trying to pick it up, just a little bit too hard for him. Pass it up. That's going to go, flipped off the stick of Pavic, but right into a Marauder stick. Pushing it up is Petrie. He's going to push it. Slider over to Flickick. Shot on Peters. That one goes just wide again, up on top. Marauders retaining possession. This is a long stint for them. Back behind the net is Flickick. He has it up onto the point. Off a skate for the Tetons is going to go, and a long pass up to Davis just off his stick. He's able to chase it down in the corner. He takes a big pop from Lilico. There's going to go. Here come the Marauders once again. On the push is Petrie. Cross ice pass up to Thomas. Thomas to Peters and knocks it away. Good job by the Tetons recovering. That one slid off the boards by Barrett. It goes out of bounds, or out of play with 4:53 left to go. Long shifts being played by both these teams here in the second. Face-off will be coming in the Teton zone. American State scoreboard has it all tied up at 2-2. Face-off by the Tetons. Keeker's going to take it. He'll win the face-off. It'll be taken up by the Tetons. Trying to push it up the ice is Perrier. Dumps it and gives chase. Hayden comes out of the net, trying to see if they can recover. They goes back out into the neutral zone. Tetons will have to chunk it down, and they'll give chase once again. Marauders first one there. They'll get a chance to set up and break out. Here they come along the boards. Over to Freeman. Freeman, the only player for either team who called for a penalty. Shot on goal off the turnover. Going to be saved by Hayden behind his own net. Another shot, or another flip up by the Marauders, going to be taken away by the Tetons. Wallace has it. He'll flip it aside. That's going to be taken over by Kuhn. Kuhn tries to center. He goes glove side once again. That one's just high. Ellingson trying to flip it away. He can't quite get enough on it, and that's going to be taken back by the Tetons. They'll have to retreat in their own zone. Barnes, he'll flip it back. Just about lost it, but Eskro lost his stick in the process. Barnes behind the Teton net. Under 4 minutes left. Here comes Cody Barnes, Teton's leading scorer. He'd love to get one here late in the second. Across the boards, turn away, taken by Wallace. Wallace with a good look at it. He's going to go for a wraparound. Can't quite get the angle. He'll kick it up on top to Wolf. Wolf looks for the centering. Back to Wallace. Across to the other point. It'll go over to Nagurski. Nagurski back behind the net, and that'll be back up. It'll go to Wolf. Scramble in front of the goal. Diving on it is Peters with another stop. Shot 38 of the game. So Peters with 36 saves so far in the contest out of 38 shots on goal. Teton still one shot shy of double figures with only 3.5 left to go in the second period. McCaw set to take the face-off for the Tetons against Acker. Here comes the face-off. One, kicked over to Murray. Up on top, it'll go to Witzke. Witzke wraps it around the boards. First one to it is Lerner's for the Marauders. He slings it away. Centering pass going to be intercepted by the Tetons. Here they come on a rush. 3-on-3, even strength. It'll be dumped and chased. It'll be right on goal. So that will be, if it was a dump that went awry right at Hayden, but they'll call it a shot on goal because it went right off the stick, right at goal. Hayden covers up, not wanting to allow a rebound, and now that was the 10th shot on goal for the Tetons. McCaw, once again, in the face-off circle. Here it comes. He wins it once again. Bailey up on the point. He wraps it around. We'll see who can get there first. Just a step late was Davis, trying to poke it free. 4 players along the boards, finally taken out of there. Pulled away by the Marauders. Pushing it up the ice. Here comes Murray. Murray gets past a defender, and that's going to be taken down and off the post. It's going to go once again. Huge chance for the Marauders is knocked away by Peters as that body sliding into Freddie, and his feet went and knocked off the post. Jake Murray, who has been an absolute terror on the ice for Bismarck. He's a 6'4" first-year player out of Indiana, and he is going to have himself quite the career here for UMary. Under 3 minutes left to play. 30 shot on goal lead for the Marauders, 40-10. Face-off, Ellingson slides in. He'll wait. He got a little too aggressive in the circle, and they give a warning. And they ready themselves now. Here's the face-off. Going to be poked away by the Marauders, but tipped out by the Tetons. Doesn't get out of the zone. Wrap it around the goal. Giving chase is the Marauders and Nagurski. He's going to get it up. Two Tetons lose an edge. They have to fight hard. Ellingson tries to get his body in front of it. Peters gets over it, and he'll dive on it once again. There's a scrap developing in front of the net, but it fizzles out. Wallace going up against Petrie. Wallace leading the penalty minutes for the Tetons, and he has been an absolute defensive wonder here today, along with Peters behind the pest. Also, Wallace has had some fantastic passes. As one of the passes, it was just one away from him getting in the assist column. Tetons bringing out Dodds and Wallace. Get a little bit more height out on the ice. Here we come to the face-off. Keeker taking it, going up against Petrie. Face-off won by Petrie. Up on top of the point, it'll go to Witzke. Witzke slides it across to Thomas. Thomas back to Witzke. No, Witzke loses it. It's going to be brought up over there to Keeker. Keeker trying to get across the zone. It'll be slid through by Perrier back behind the Marauder net. Hayden comes out of the zone to take the pass. Here's going to go. A flips up in the air. That's going to be a long, crazy flip up. That'll be taken by the Marauders just about on centering pass on goal. Tipped up in the air, popped down by the Tetons. And this puck has spent more time in the air in the last few seconds than it has on the ice. Right in front of the Marauder bench, there is a whole scrum trying to poke the puck out. See if anyone can get it free. Finally comes free, and again it gets held up. Sticks jamming in there, trying to get free. Finally comes up out on top. Witzke has it for the Marauders, trying to wrap it through. He's going to go, challenged by Barrett. Up in to go, reverse his direction. Poked free off the stick of Flickick. Going to be cleared by the Tetons into the zone. They push it back up to Witzke. He's going to chase it up. Cross-ice pass. Across going to go to Flickick. Flickick trying to get it, centering pass. Right on top. Thomas has it deflected up over the top of Peters. And there's going to be a stoppage called. Another save by Peters. He had now 40 saves in the game. 1:22 left to go in this second period. A couple of fresh legs coming out on the ice for the Tetons, as they've been subbing a little bit more freely than the Marauders here, trying to keep their legs fresh for the last period. They have to get past this last 82 seconds. McCaw again in the face-off. It's going to be taken away, wrapped, swung on goal by Escrow. Escrow gets it up, and that's going to be flipped out of play by Cushing. So Cushing trying to wrap it around, just gets a little bit too much underneath it. And we'll have a face-off coming in the neutral zone with 1:14 remaining. Tetons looking to see if they can't sneak one in before time runs out here in period number 2. McCaw again, set to take the face-off. That'll be taken by the Marauders. Up on top to the point to Murray. Murray, pass was just too hard. McCaw gets to the boards, first one to it. Cross-ice pass is going to be poked away. There goes retained by the Marauders. Behind the net it'll go. Takes a hard kick over to Cushing. Cushing trying to skate it behind the net. He gets it free over on top, and it's going to get past Lilico. First one to it, going to be the Marauders. Lilico comes through. Over to Cushing. Cushing pushing wide again. He'll try to go for it, but he's going to be hounded along the boards by Kindup. They go all the way through. Centering pass, no good, and it'll be taken away. Now intercepted once again. Shot right by Peters, and he'll cover up on it. Tetons gave it away deep in their own zone, but Peters was right there. Kept his eyes on the puck the whole time, was able to block it, and then smothered it here with 34.3 seconds left. Getting ready for the puck chuck here from the Raymond Center in Williston. We have to get through these last little over half a minute. Here's face-off. Face-off going to be won by the Marauders. Tetons trying to hold firm. 30 seconds left to go. Behind the net, it'll be brought by Dropic. Dropic up onto the point to Witzke. Witzke has it poked away by Dodds. He'll have to pull back, and the Marauders will have to get on sides. 19 seconds left to go. Here comes Witzke. Has it poked away again, this time by McConnell. McConnell hounding. Gets past. Skips it up to head to Dropic. Dropic along the ice. Tries for the center. Gets through. Barnes the big hit along the outside. Taking it is going to be Zass. Peters covers up a shot with 0.8 seconds left to go. So Tetons a little by the edge of their seat here in the last minute and a half or so of play. Have to get through less than 1 second to try and end the second period. Scott tied 2-2. Here's the face-off. Barnes in on it. That's going to be poked, and that's going to be the end of period number 2. Tetons and the Marauders tied at 2 apiece heading into the second intermission. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back for the second half intermission here from the Raymond Center in Williston.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Invest in yourself at Williston State College.
Scholarship opportunities are available to local and regional students. Eligible students can receive up to $12,000 in tuition and fees.
Make an investment in your education and future with 13 CTE and 15 associate programs, including business management, cybersecurity, agriculture, massage therapy, nursing, petroleum automation, IT, welding, and diesel technology.
Let them help you with that investment in your life. Call 701-774-4200 or visit willistonState.edu/scholarships.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
We're back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. We are at the second period intermission. Tetons are tied at 2 with the number 1 team in the nation, University of Mary and the Marauders. Tetons got 2 goals in the first period. Marauders got 2 in quick succession in the second, and we're all tied at 2 apiece after 2 complete. Shots on goal, Marauders have 44 shots on goal to just 10 for Williston State. They've been getting, Tetons, the looks that they've been getting have been very good, and they've been able to sneak just 2 by so far. Marauders have been peppering Freddie Peters, who's had, besides the first goal that was a screen shot that he did not see until it hit into the back of the net. And it was either looked like it might have been one of his own players that accidentally screened him and let the first goal in. The second one was just a rebound and kind of one of those anything can happen when you get sticks and pucks and everybody's in the way down right in front of the zone to all tied up at 2. Still a couple seconds away from getting the official scorebook. We're going to jump away for another 3-minute timeout, and we'll have the official scores of who got the goals here in the second period. We'll take another 3-minute break and be back for more Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com. From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience. keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
Back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. We have the scores that the Marauders got in here in the second period, coming at the 15:03 mark. Isaiah Thomas, leading scorer for the Marauders, got the goal in. He was assisted by Teddy Lilico as well as Caleb Petrie. And then just under 3 minutes later, the second goal was scored by Jaron Hugelin, and he was assisted by Jake Murray. Even strength on both those goals. Tetons were able to get a power play goal in the first period for their second, but we are tied at 2 apiece. Zamboni's out on the ice getting things to go. It's going to be a busy week and month coming up here for Teton Athletics. We'll quickly run down what they have going on in the next couple of weeks, starting off with a game tomorrow. That will men's and women's basketball. That'll be down in Glendive at Dawson Community College. Both teams were down there already once this year, looking to get a little bit of retribution from a couple of early season loss against Dawson. Then on the 26th, basketball will be again in action at home this time against Miles Community College. Both teams have win over Miles so far in the year, so try to make it 2-0 for both the men's and the women's. The 27th and the 28th, hockey again here at the Raymond Center. University of Montana will be in town, and they'll be taking on the Tetons, 7 p.m. both days on the 27th and 28th. Then rounding out January, basketball will be on a 2-day road trip. First things will start off as a game against Jamestown College JV in Jamestown, 5:30 and 7:30 for that one. And then they'll head on down to Wahpeton for a January 30th matchup against NDSCS, 5:30 and 7:30 for those ones as well. Here we have a few minutes left to go. Zamboni still clearing the ice for a little while, and then we'll be back for this third period of action here from the Raymond Center in Williston. We're going to step aside for another 5-minute break. We'll be back for more Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown service drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Played his guitar on the harder side of town, where it's hard for a poor boy to find the money. He had dedication, he had the heart and soul. Somehow knew he was born to play. People said, get a real job, support your family. There's no future in the road you're taking. He never said a word, the dreamer just kept on. Late at night you could hear him say, he said, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. Somebody, someday, you can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. The road was a struggle, it took him 10 years to the top. But now he's #1 on the stage and the radio. Still he can't believe how people come from miles around, when it seemed like only yesterday he would say, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. Bobby played his hometown one full moon August night, when he heard a voice in the front row singing. It was a sandy-haired river boy with the same old hungry eyes. Looked up at Bobby and said, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. You know I will. I'm gonna be
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our main or north offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. Zamboni finishing up out on the ice. Marauders starting to make their way out of the tunnel. And we are just minutes away from the start of period number 3 here in Williston. Both teams knotted up at 2 apiece. And this one has been fantastic. Flying around, some big hits, some great shots, and one fantastic outing by Freddie Peters in goal, the 6'3" sophomore goalie from Rochester, New York, as he is earning every cent of his playing time here today. So 42 saves on 44 shots on goal, and what a fantastic outing here for Peters, as he is definitely having himself a day. Coming into this one, Peters had a .90 save percentage, and he had a little over 300 shots on goal saved. And by the time this one gets done, he might get up into the 400 shots on goal save mark if he can keep going up at the same tick. So this one has been fantastic. Still only one, technically 2 penalties called in the whole affair here today. A holding and an unsportsmanlike in the same breath, going up against Garrett Freeman for the Marauders. That one came back with 5:28 remaining in the first period. So other than that, it's been a very cleanly played game. I know there's been a couple of things that some of the players, both for both sides, thought they should have sent someone on the other team to a penalty box, but the officials are letting them play. Hasn't gotten out of hand yet, so they haven't had to reel anyone in. There's been good physicality, good hitting, but this Marauders team, they like to get out on the ice and fly, and they don't have any time to get down and dirty in the trenches. We'll see what they have to come out with in the third period, as the officials are out on the ice waiting for the Marauders and the Tetons to come back. We're going to jump away for our final 2-minute break here of the second period intermission and be back for the start of period number 3. Back in 2 minutes.
Invest in yourself at Williston State College.
Scholarship opportunities are available to local and regional students. Eligible students can receive up to $12,000 in tuition and fees.
Make an investment in your education and future with 13 CTE and 15 associate programs, including business management, cybersecurity, agriculture, massage therapy, nursing, petroleum automation, IT, welding, and diesel technology.
Let them help you with that investment in your life. Call 701-774-4200 or visit willistonstate.edu/scholarships.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com. From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mike, we're back here for Teton Hockey on 660 Keys News Radio. Here's the puck drop. Ellingson in there, taken away by the Tetons. They dump it back down. Marauders looking to push. They had a good look, taken away. There's Baird has it. He's going to dump it across. Barnes just can't handle the pass. He'll dump it in the zone. And a soft chase by Dons. That'll be picked up down low by Lerners. He'll kick it up ahead across ice, giving chase for the Tetons one more time. Barrett pokes it away, trying to clear. He can't quite get it. Marauders will retain possession. Flickick has it. He sends it long, and that'll be a quick line change for the Marauders. Back come the Tetons. Barrett, cross-ice pass, intercepted by the Marauders. They'll again send it long along the boards behind the net. Bailey, first one there. He'll get it up to McCall. Kick it back with his foot. Now back to Bailey. Get it up onto the point by the Marauders. They try to sling it through. Poked away by Barnes. Down underneath. Taking it is Escrow. Escrow tries to get one on goal. That's picked up by Barrett, and he'll skate it out. He'll try to take it up the boards himself, and he'll meet some opposition. He'll dump it back to Bailey. Bailey has it. He's going to flip one up past Hayden, and Hayden will grab it. He'll drop it down there. Skating out will be Scanlon. Scanlon pushes it up ahead. Just wide pass to Cushing. That was a long cross-ice pass, and that one's going to go down for an icing. Scanlon would have had a good look for a shot on goal against Peters, but the pass was just inches past his outstretched stick. 18:34 left to play in the contest. All tied at 2 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Tetons waiting to decide who's going to take the face-off. A little confusion on what side of the ice they're going to take it. Officials were confused. So McCaw taking it for the Tetons. Estro taking it for the Marauders. Here comes the face-off. Won by McCaw. Slap shot is going to be blocked off a stick. It's going to go long down right at Peters. He'll put it on his stick and then back it off behind his own net. Skating it out will be Kindup. Kindup dumping it back down behind his own net. Looking for some better option. He rifles one, but it hits McComb. That'll be taken away by the Marauders. They'll dump it, chase. It hits a Koreans off one of the boards again. The door out there and just in front of center ice. We've seen that happen already once so far for the Tetons. McCaw has to jump over Davis, who is on the deck. That one's going to be dumped down by the Marauders again one more time. Skating down behind is Cruz behind the net. Cruz will lose a handle. First one over there is going to be McConnell. McConnell can't quite keep it. Up it'll go to Nagurski. Nagurski gets it down there. Pushed right by Cruz right at Peters. And he will swallow it up and hold for another face-off coming. Fresh bodies on the ice for the Tetons. They get a little bit more size out there. Cruz coming out there. He was going head-to-head with McCaw out on the ice. And they both about measure up in stature. Here's the face-off. That one will be taken away. Scramble for it. Still loose. Taken away by the Marauders. Zast has it. He's along the boards. Poked out by Williston State. Along it's going to go to Perrier. Perrier pokes it up ahead. Trying to race for it is Kuhn. He just can't get to it. Taking it first instead is Nagurski. Nagurski slides through. He's going to weave his way through traffic. Back behind the boards is going to go. First one there will be Cruz. Cruz trying to drive his way out. He has to go across the blue line into neutral ice. Marauders will have to peel off. Tetons intercept it, but they can't quite take it away on the push. Zast takes it, trying to take a one-on-one, but he has his pocket picked by Barrett. Barrett looks to sling along the boards just past a teammate. Again, a big hit along the boards for the Tetons. Poked ahead by Bailey. Bailey can't quite get to it. Zasty slings it back down towards the Tetons net. Barrett gets it down underneath. That's going to be centering pass just off the puck. There's going to be a delayed penalty called on the Tetons. Another penalty call. Another big hit in front of the net. So we'll have Tetons trying to delay. Marauders pulling the goalie. Here they're going to get it down along next to it. A 6-on-5 advantage till Tetons can touch the puck, and there it's going to go. So there's going to be an interference called on Williston State. Their first penalty of the game. We'll see who, and that's going to be Bailey heading to the box. 2 minutes for interference. He gave a good forearm shiver to one of the Marauder players who was trying to screen Peters in front of the net. First power kill opportunity for the Tetons here in the game. 2 minutes on the clock for that interference. Here's the face-off taken by the Marauders. Swinging across the point, up on top to Flickick. Back across, it goes to Witzke. Witzke to Flickett. Off the board it goes. Flickett gets down underneath. Lost a handle. Are the Marauders trying to get it out and clear? Can't they get it out of the zone for the Tetons? and the Marauders have to bounce back and get onside. Here comes Thomas, already with 1 goal on the game. Ellingson is being a hound up there, finally get it over to Thomas. Across the point to Witzke. Back it's going to go to Flickick on top. He'll get it back up on top. Back to Witzke. Flickick has it, trying to slide it across. That one goes all the way through. That one's going to wrap around and get back into the neutral zone. Again, the Marauders will have to come back onside. Here comes Witzke once again, weaving his way. He'll drop it off over to Petrie. Petrie can't get it there, and there's going to be a stop and another save by Peters. Good puck movement, and that was off the stick of Isaiah Thomas, looking for his second goal of the game. 1:08 left to go on the power play. Tetons doing a good job so far, getting sticks on pucks to not make this penalty play easy for the Marauders. Face-off going to be won by the Tetons, taken out of there, into the corner it's going to go. That's going to be taken away. Little tic-tac-toe play blocked away by Peters. Good job sliding, moving his eyes and his body across the net. Here's a wrister that's going to get at point-blank range, and that's going to be swallowed up by Peters. So another face-off coming. 54 seconds left to go in the power play. 15:28 left to go in the game. So good play once again by this Teton defense and Freddie P. in the pipes. 51 shots on goal for the University of Mary. McCaws takes the face-off. Won by the Marauders. Up on top. Lernertz has it. Slap shot. Blocked again by Peters with the blocker. So it's going to be cleared into the neutral zone. It's going to slide through off the stick. Looks like that was McConnell. Didn't get everything on that, trying to clear, but just enough to slide it through. Here come the Marauders. They look to push. Lost a handle on it. Going to be taken back by Wallace. Wallace flips it up ahead, and that one's going to be cleared. Another chance. A missed opportunity by the Marauders, taken advantage of by Wallace. Fresh legs on the ice for Williston State. This looks like this may be the last push by the Marauders. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Long cross-eye pass off a stick of Ellingson. A great play, and it's going to be Wallace taken back in. He doesn't clear it, loses it, and another fantastic opportunity by the Marauders. What a mistake by Wallace, and now it's taken away by Ellingson. He can fly down the net, has one to beat. He's going to try to get it up ahead to Keeger. Keeger too far for him. Centering pass is going to be blocked. Up and out of play it goes. I do not know what William Wallace was thinking. He was waiting way too long to try to clear that puck, and he got his pocket picked. Just about ended in a goal. 2 more shots came before Ellingson took it away, and if he had just a half second extra, he could have gotten home. Full strength it goes. Here comes McCall once again on the face-off, deep in the Marauder territory. Going to be taken away by the Marauders, now intercepted by the Tetons behind the net. Get a loose puck. Someone's going to try to come away with it. Hitting the deck is Zasty. But the Marauders come away with it. They push it up ahead over to Drop It. See if he can go for a centering pass. It'll go, and then it's going to be a toe drag off the back of the net. Tetons pushing up ahead. They don't have numbers, but Barrett's pushing up anyways into the zone. He'll wrap it around the net and give chase. McCaw's going to be the one there, but before he does, Kuhn will pick it up. Kuhn slides it across over to Lilico. Lilico up ahead. Waiting is Barrett. He's going to get around to the zone. Centering pass is going to be off the mark. No good. Here in recovery, Medeiros. Medeiros gets it in there. Tetons scrambling for the puck. Picking it up will be Zasky. Tetons trying to poke it away. Here comes the Tetons odd man rush. Davis bringing it up. He has to stop. Pick up. He'll dump it down. Waiting for them. He has a teammate over there is Davis. Davis trying to do something with it. Still back behind the net. Davis is going to come free with it. He's looking to get it up to Bailey on the point. No, he slings it through. Centering pass. Just slides across. Dodds was going to be the one there to put it home. Just a little too hard for him. Long pass. Big hit into the boards. Cruz went sliding into the boards. Back come the Tetons. Here comes Bailey. He's going to push it up wide. That's going to be blocked aside by Riley. Back come the Marauders. They gather and look to push it forward is Acker. Acker taking it into the neutral zone across center ice. He'll ricochet it off the boards and pick it up himself, trying to get deep in the zone. Back is going to go up on top, trying to work his way through. That'll be swapped out of there by Roslin. Tetons give chase, and there's going to be an icing call. What a play by Roslin, as there was some fantastic puck work by Acker to try to get one on goal. 12:52 left to go here in period number 3. Face-off coming deep in the Teton zone. We'll see who takes it for Williston State. In for the Marauders is Acker. Coming in is Ellingson for the Tetons. Ellingson hits the deck. Puck is loose. Puck is going to be chipped up off the boards. Giving chase is Lawrence. He picks it up before it gets right on the money to Hayden. Over to go. He'll swing it back to Witzke. Witzke has his pass tipped. Tetons take over off the mark. It's going to go now to Kuhn. Kuhn, he can't get it through. That'll be put up to Murray. Murray's going to try to push through, getting wide, trying to see if he can slide someone through just off the mark. No good. Hugelin can't find the poke, and he had a wide open shot. Another slide right at Hayden, and he will let it go by as it slid just off the edge of the crease for another icing call. 12-17 left in this second. Tetons are calling for a tip on that one, but to no avail from the officials. Marauders coming in, the #1 team in the nation. Their last game they lost yesterday to Minot State, 4-1. Here comes another Teton face-off. It's going to go taken by the Marauders down along the baseline. Tic-tac-toe, no good by Thomas, but it's kept alive in the zone by Witzke. Here comes back, and Peters is going to jump on it. Whistle didn't have it under control, but the whistle was blown anyways. So right there, ready to put it in the back of the net, were a couple of UMary players. The quick whistle before it was completely secured by Frieders. Saves one for Williston State. Again on the face-off is Keeker. Here it goes. That's going to be slapped aside. Giving chase are the Tetons. Pushing out is Perrier, but first one there is going to be Witzke. Witzke behind his own net. Has a head of steam. He's going to slide it through. Up it's going to go. He'll get it up to Flickick. Back it'll go. Slide across behind the net. It'll hit the back of the post and go backwards into the boards. Big hit along the boards for the Tetons. Trying to get it through. Finally grabbing it is Petrie. Petrie will get it up onto the point to Witzke. He'll push it down. First one there is Wallace. He's going to chip it on, and that will be an icing call. Tetons hold on, but they'll have to once again have a face-off in their own zone. 11:35 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. Approaching halfway here of this third period. Keeker again taking the face-off, and he's going to go up against Escrow. Here comes the puck drop. That's going to be pushed back by Keeker. It's going to be shot right on goal, but it's going to be blocked by Peters once again. Here comes Perrier trying to push it out of the zone. No, can get it free. Finally poked out of there by Kindom. He's going to give chase. It'll be slid over to Murray. Murray pushes it up ahead to Freeman. Freeman in the Teton zone. Centering pass is going to be knocked aside right in front of the net, and that one's blocked away again. My, oh my! Here, Marauders still have it. Lilico sliding it across. Centering pass is going to be blocked by a Teton stick. Another big hit in the open ice by the Tetons, and that's going to be a penalty. They're going to call a cross-check on the Tetons. So that'll be another power play for the Marauders. Second penalty again of the game for Williston State. And William Wallace getting called for the cross-check. They're penalty minute leaders on the team. After that frenetic and fantastic sequence in which saw that the puck was away from where Wallace hit the cross-check, they would have gotten that one clear and got a chance to change lines and regress and maybe put some pressure on. But now there's 2 minutes on the clock. Here comes the puck drop. It's going to be taken by the Marauders. Up on top to the point. Trying to get it back from Thomas. Back to Witzke. He'll get it over into Flickick. Back up on top to Witzke. Pass going to be tipped away by Ellingson. Up into the air it goes by Flickick. Back to Witzke on top. Trying to get it down. Cross post isn't there. Blocked by Peters. And that's going to go. No, it's a blocked by Barrett. Great play by Barrett. Up on top. And now there's going to be a penalty. And that one is going to be a big one on the Marauders. We'll see if it's a minor or a major for boarding. So heading to the bench, or heading to the box, is Derek Dropick. Second penalty of the game for the Marauders as well. So we'll have 1 minute and 36 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. That one was just the 2-minute variety. Ellingson set to take the face-off, so we'll see some fast open ice action. 10:34 remaining on the American State Bank scoreboard. Face-off won by the Tetons. Barrett has it. He's looking to push down. Reverses his skate. Up on top to the point it'll go. He'll dump it back around. Give chase. It'll slide along over to Barnes. Barnes has it. He slips through. Had a good chance at it, and it's going to be poked away by the Marauders. Here comes Flickick. He's going to push it up, trying to fly. Trying to corral him is Bailey, and that one's going to be put in there in the back of the net by Looks like that one was by Cruz. Or no, it was another one by Thomas. So Thomas gets his second of the game. So that open ice skating benefiting the Marauders here with 10:14 left to go. They take a 1-goal advantage. Still, goal does not clear the penalties, so here's the face-off, more 4-on-4. Face-off won by the Tetons once again. They'll take it up, trying to get it free. Swing it over to Kindop. Kindop has it along the boards behind the ice. It'll go up over to Dodds. Brought ahead over, another funny bounce off the boards. Here comes Dodds, finds McCall, pass just too wide. That's going to be picked up by Crushing. Crushing has it, back skate. Here it goes, drop pass out, it's going to go, taken away, no, popped away. Picked up once again by the Marauders. Tetons can't clear. Up on top to Lernitz. Lernitz slings it over to Escrow. Wrist shot up and no good, taken by Cushing. Marauders behind the back of the net, trying to get something going again, see if they can get two. 28 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Here comes another shot. Peters covers it up and stops it. So it'll be a face-off in the Teton zone with 24 seconds left. There will be about 23 seconds of Teton power play. We'll have to see if they have enough time to try and get something in. Face-off coming in the Teton zone. That one's going to be taken. Quick shot by Thomas, and it just lifts that up and over the net. He had a good avenue to get that one in, just missed. Back come the Marauders. They get it behind the net. Taking it is Petrie. Here it goes down low. Taking it is Nagurski. Nagurski trying to find someone up on top. He's being hounded by Barrett. Back it's going to go. Centering pass is going to be sent across. Chance for it. Now it's full strength. Wallace back out on the ice. That's going to be intercepted over by Bailey. Bailey trying to scoot across. He takes a wrist shot, and that one is a glove save by Hayden. Looks like that one may have been just slipped off his stick a little bit. Couldn't get as much on it as he wanted. So with 13 seconds left, Tetons will have a very short power play, trying to get something going, see if they can sneak one in here in the next 13 seconds. We are past the halfway mark of period number 3, 8:47 left on the American State Bank scoreboard. Here's the face-up, taken by Barnes. He's going to put it just high, it goes. It'll be picked up by Bailey. Bailey weaves his way through. That'll be poked away. Teton's going to try to take it, and there is going to be a whistle out on the ice. We'll see what it is, and it was away from the puck just a little bit. So no word, but it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. 4 seconds left on the power play. Ellingson on the face-off for the Tetons. Won by the Marauders. That'll clear the power play. Tetons get one last slap at it, but it's picked up by the Marauders. Even strength we go. 8.5 minutes left in the game. Dropic out of the box. Here it comes. Sent along. Deflection right at Peters. He's going to gobble it up, and he will hold on to it. 8:21. Tetons will have a face-off in their own zone once again. So line changes for both teams. Tetons trying to get anything that they can get going here in the last 8+ minutes. Face-off coming by Keeker. It's going to be taken there by the Marauders. A nice shot, but a nice stick deflection, and and what a play for the Tetons to recover on that one. There was wide open net. Stick's going to be taken away by the puck's taken away by the Tetons. They tried to get it up to Bailey, but forced pass into traffic is going to be popped away by the Marauders. Bailey still fighting hard. It's going to go deep into the Marauders' corner. They'll swing it around the back. They'll get some good angles. Here they come up again on the rush. Dropic looking to push. He'll try to get it across over to Freeman. That one's knocked aside. Tetons off the board. It's going to go. Picked up by Keeker. He can't hold on. Across it'll go with under 7:45 left to go in the game. Back it'll go. Here comes the Tetons. Is Kindop picking it up. He'll swing it across. Marauders line changing. Icing waved off on the Teton tip. It's Marauders going again. Up the side of the line it goes to Lilico. Lilico pushing, he'll dump it in, and he'll get it down into the corner. No icing on that one, trying to wrap it around. Over 4 comes Escrow. Escrow up onto the point. Swinging across, there's a whiff on it. Tetons trying to get it off, and just too far past the outstretched stick of Seth Davis. Tetons would have had a 1-0 break here with 7:09 left to go in the third, but they'll still get a face-off deep in the Marauder territory. So they have some fight left in them, trying to get things tied back up here with just about 7 minutes remaining. Here's a face-off. Scrum for it. Open puck. It's going to be taken up on top. There's a wrist shot, and it's going to be tipped up, and it will go out of play. So they'll do that one more time. 60 shots on goal for the Marauders, 14 for the Tetons, just a 1-goal game. Matt McCaw skates into the faceoff for the Tetons, up against Acker. Going to be taken away there by the Tetons. Over is going to go to Davis, takes away, he'll get it into the corner. His slap shot is going to be misdirected. Here comes the Marauders, there's Murray going up, he'll try to slide across to Hugland, and that one's going to be knocked away. Racing for it is the Marauders, they're the first ones to it. They get it back behind the Teton net, swinging around. Murray one more time, he's going to be a pest once again. First one there is going to be Pavic. Pavic working his way along there, skip it off, and that'll be kept alive by the Marauders, but it'll go past the neutral zone. They're going to poke it along, and that's going to be McCaw who saves it. He'll kick it over into Davis. Davis gets it up. Here come the Tetons. Dodds trying to work hard, trying to fight it, doing anything he can to get the puck back. 6:15 left to go. Here comes Witzke. Witzke has it knocked aside. First one to it is Ellingson. Ellingson has a man across the ice. Shot passes on goal. If Dodds can slide it through, just off the mark. Back shot up, no good. Ellingson trying to keep it. Tetons able to keep it in zone. He'll reverse. Marauders first one there. They'll try to hold on. They'll back. There's Witzke has it. He pushes it up ahead. Murray with it. He dumps it off up to Escrow. Escrow puts it off, and he's going to dump it up the head. Coach Brazillo, what do you think of this action?
You know, it's a good game. We, in school history, I don't think we've ever beat the University of Marion. We seem to be holding with them pretty good. I know they had a really tough test last night against Minot State, who's a Division I powerhouse in the ACHA level, and I know they're a really, really physical team. So it looks like they, might have lost a little bit of a step, and we seem to be taking advantage of it.
Well, you know what? If you've saved 57 of 60 shots on goal, you're doing something good. Here's Murray, slides one across, just off the mark, over to Flickick. Saves back behind the net. Flickick has it, looking to get it up to the point, going to slide it on to Wolf. Wolf, over, it's going to go, trying to get it down, moving the puck around, good, cycling it through. Once again, Wolf trying to get it. Thomas has it, now back to Wolf. Wolf dumps it down into the corner, Marauders trying to pull it back out. Petrie has it, he slides it, back to Wolf. Wolf has it poked away by Bailey. Big hit along the boards, and trying to poke it away is McCaw, and there's going to be a whistle on the ice, and that's going to be the leading scorer for the Marauders, Isaiah Thomas, going to the sin bin for a couple of minutes. So coming into the power play, Coach, here's less than 5 minutes left. What do you want to see out of this squad that's on the ice?
I think they got to get pucks to the net. I mean, I think when you look at the scoreboard, shots are 60-15. We got to do a really good job of taking advantage of the scoring opportunity, especially with it's a 1-goal game. It's a one-shot game. You can get outshot by 40. It really doesn't matter. It's a one-shot game, so we put ourselves in a good situation here. We just got to capitalize.
Tetons keeping it in the zone. There's Marauders are going to pull it out. They have it. It's going to be a 2-on-2 push. Tetons have some help coming. That's poked away. Going to be taken by Cody Barnes. He's off to the races. Can he slide through? He's going to dump it back off to Barrett. Barrett tries to wrap it around. Barnes has it behind the Marauders net. He gets it down low, trying to poke it out. Someone's going to pull it out for the Tetons. Barrett has it, trying to find Ellingson. Couldn't get a seam to get it to him. Sliding through, there's Barnes along the edge. He's going to get it. Barrett chips it down. Barnes trying to get it off. Barrett pushes it off to Ellingson. In the corner it's going to go, and that'll be sent long. Having to go pick it up is Peters. He'll dump it off to the team. 1:10 left on the power play. Barnes takes it. He's going to take it out, and he has been looking all game long to try to make some magic happen. Off the boards, he'll kick it to McCaw just a little bit too hard. Here's Wallace. Wallace can't get there first. It's going to be chipped back down to Peters. Grabbing it first is Bailey. Bailey waiting to get out. 50 seconds left to go. Tetons don't have much time. A player loses the skate for the Marauders. Tetons have an odd rush. Here they come. Try to slide it across, just across the middle. Wallace getting it. Can he do something with it? Back underneath it'll go. He dumps it off. Up it's going to go to McCaw. McCaw gets it up. Get it to Pavic. Pavic across. Get it on the stick of Kindop. Trying to get it across. Oh, through it's going to go again. Centering pass. Just can't find a Teton stick. Long pass it'll go. Slip through. That'll be blocked by the Marauders. And that was dangerously close. And what a save by Kyle Hayden. So lots of opportunities there, but just those centering passes not finding Teton sticks.
You know, they got 20 seconds left. I'd really like to see them try to muster up one really good scoring opportunity here. I mean, you can get as many pucks to the net as you want, but if you got to get some quality scoring opportunities here. And the idea that, again, and go back to the concept that it is a one-shot game, it's all that matters. They got to muster something up here. Hopefully Coach Galt has something drawn up, and they can get a really good scoring opportunity out of it.
Here, Cody, here the Tetons come. Having it is on top is Barnes. He's skating it down, wraps it low. First one to it is going to be Davis. Davis tries to pop it back up. Trying to get it up. That's going to be off a Marauder stick. Last 5 seconds of the power play. Barnes is going to be first one to it. Holding on to it a little bit, playing a little keep away, and that's going to be a big hit into the board, and there's going to be a Teton penalty coming. No, it's going to be a Marauder penalty. So look, I initially thought that was going to be a hold on Barnes, but they're going to call it on Dropic, his second penalty of the game.
Yeah, I think we got away with one there. I think Barnes was trying to draw a penalty. It looked like as he was trying to slow things down a little bit, that he was trying to almost draw something and give them another chance. I think with this next power play, the key here is to not force it. It looked like the last power play they tried to get too many pucks on net. They tried forcing it a little bit. You see those cross-ice passes. Everybody nowadays is trying to get those cross-ice passes to complete, but you got to have a passing lane. Mary's doing a really good job getting sticks in lanes, and you have to find a way to move around it while keeping the puck off the wall.
Exactly. I mean, we have a timeout on the ice here. We're going to keep it right here. So there's 2:46 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. All but 46 of those seconds is going to be a Teton power play, and like you said, they've been maybe a little bit forcing it, like they want to. Hey, it's one shot. It's not a lot of shots. We need our best shot.
That's exactly what Coach is talking about right now. They're going to try to draw up a play here to give themselves a really good one-time opportunity, probably on that low right side. We have a lot of right-handed shooters, especially with the forwards. So I think they're going to try to get something from a cross-ice standpoint, try to get maybe a three-pass setup to get ourselves into a one-time situation.
And as you saw, both the Teton goals that have been scored, they have both beat Hayden glove side top shelf. So that might be a book that they're looking on. Slide the eyes, get the body moving, get some angles, and maybe get a good angle for, like you said, a one-timer, move something across. And hey, you never know, even if there is a block, if he gets a pad on it, rebounds are right there, so you got to crush the boards.
Yeah, for sure. I think anytime you play a quality opponent that has a really good goalkeeper, and I know that they're coached very well, and so you got to get those guys moving. Coach Spidell does a heck of a job in terms of coaching their goaltenders, and I think the key right here is to get that guy moving.
Well, looking at it, we were talking about it in the pregame show, Hayden has a .95 save percentage on the season, and so he's been doing a fantastic job, but the Tetons only need one to send it into free hockey. Here comes the face-off. Ellingson taking it. Tetons winning, but they can't hold it on. It's going to go back in, having to rush to it, and there's going to be poking it away over to Barrett. Tetons take it behind their own net. Back Bailey has it, waiting for option. He's going to push it out. Here they come on the breakout. Ellingson off its stick is going to go, and that's going to be back behind the net. It's going to go, my oh my. Back it's going to come back for the Tetons. Pushing it up one more time is Bailey, trying to get a good look. Tetons wasting a good chunk of his penalty play. Minute and a half left, 30 seconds, and they haven't gotten it out of their own zone or neutral zone. Here comes Ellingson. He has it glossed. It's going to be chipped up ahead. Ellingson was fortunate to be right there, or that would have given it right to Cushing, who would have had a good look on zone. Here comes Ellingson. He'll get it up ahead over to Davis. Davis pushing it through. Teton still can't get anything, and there's going to be a whistle, and we'll have a face-off coming here with 1:53 left, 107. So not the start that Coach Galt wanted to this power play for the Tetons.
No, I think right now they're looking for that zone entry to be what they need it to be to get something set up. And because they're not seeing what they want to see from a zone entry standpoint, they're trying to be patient, but they're trying to also force the issue because they know they've got to get a shot on net here.
Wallace behind the net with the puck. Face-off won by the Marauders. McCaw on the face-off for the Tetons. Pass goes through. Nice move. Going to be over there by Dodd. He'll get it over to McCaw. McCaw drops it back off to Wallace. Up to McCaw. Trying to force it into the corner. Back behind the net. Lost by Dodds and the Tetons. He'll swing it around. Coming out of the goal is going to be Peters. 6-man off. There's almost a breakaway. That would have almost been a disaster. First one to it for the Tetons. Going to be Kindop. Saving it. Trying to get it free. Thomas trying to poke it out of the net. Still along the boards. Poking it. There is Kindop and McCaw. Finally coming free with it. Back along the net was Wallace trying to save it. 22 seconds left to go. Tetons trying to go on a 6-on-4 rush. Here we go. Last 15 seconds of the power play. 1 minute left in the game. That's going to be a long pass up. Taken in there. Careening toward the goal. It's going to slide just wide. 8 seconds left to go in the power play. It's going to be a wash here. Thomas with the forecheck. He'll kick it up over to McCaw. McCaw's going to try to slide through. He's centering pass. Up it'll go over to Pavic. Pavic is going to get it, dump it back off to Wallace. Rebound up there. He's going to get his own board back behind the net. Trying to get it up back to Wallace to go. Swing it off, and that's going to be centered up and just missed wide. Swinging around the Tetons trying to get it. Here it comes. Last 30 seconds. Goal is still bold. There's Wallace. That one shot wide. Up it's going to go. Here comes Davis. Davis trying to get it in there off them. And there's going to be a stoppage. Tetons trying to call that there was interference in underneath, but it gets waived. 21 seconds left. What a wild turn. And Tetons will have a 6-on-5 advantage with 21 seconds left, trying to tie this thing up at 3 apiece.
That was a really good possession there. We got really good quality scoring opportunities. We got to keep the puck deep. I think recovering these rebounds are going to be really important. Right here, this face-off is going to change the game. If we don't win this face-off, the game is pretty much out of hand.
Ellingson has been 50-50 today on the face-off. Here's the drop. Going to be taken away by the Marauders. Pushing it up is Wolf. Oh, Tetons right there trying to take it away. That one's dropped off. Back it'll go over to Bailey. Bailey pushing it up ahead. That one will slip through and it'll get up. There's Davis. Davis pushing it in. 8 seconds left. He's going to try to cut around. Can he turn the corner? Has it on it. 4 seconds left. Sling it one time. Can he get it in? And that one's going to be deflected as time expires. And it looks like they will wave it off and call that the game as the Marauders will call it survive here from the Raymond Center against the Tetons. And a fantastic game, but just Tetons couldn't get that third goal in after scoring 2 in the first period. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back to talk about the post-game report here from Williston.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this call. commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
Mike, we're back here from the Raymond Center in Williston, joined with Teton Baseball head coach Mason Brisbilla. Thanks for joining me, Coach. And, we're glad to get you up in the booth, but unfortunately, Tetons couldn't get that last goal in. I mean, they played the number one team in the nation to a one-score game here. It looked tight down towards the end. They had plenty of opportunities, just couldn't bank one home. But, Coach Galt has to be, there's some things that, with every game you're happy with, but you're not happy with. But the effort, the last 50 minutes of the game that his guys put in, he has to be happy with it.
I think what we can see, too, is that the last couple of weeks, their game has been trending in a positive direction. I mean, yes, it's unfortunate when you don't put the win in the column, but there's a lot of small victories to take away from playing well against a quality opponent, and they've played really well the last few weeks. I mean, through that Colorado trip, they got a little banged up. I know this last weekend in Missoula, they were a little banged up even going in, and so, just the idea that they were able to come out and compete the way they did today, I think it's great.
Yeah, talking with Coach Galt here earlier in the year, he said, hey, you got to break it down into, yes, you take every game at a time, but you break it into chunks. It's like, hey, we need to take 2 of 3 here. We need to take 3 of 4 here, or go 50% and put ourselves in a good position, because once, you never know what's going to happen, how the puck will drop. Still got some quality opponents. You got a chance to come up again here in a couple of weeks against the University of Montana. They'll be coming back here to the Raymond Center and try to get a couple wins back that they lost down in Missoula. So it'll be, some lots more good hockey. Crookston coming to town, and then a home and home to end the year with Botno. So lots of chances for this team to make improvements and, continue to build on what they're doing well.
I think from a coaching perspective too, you're always talking in the room with the coaching staff about stringing games together, but I think the message to the team is just stringing periods together. If you can find a way to stretch 2 out of 3 periods together in terms of winning the period on the scoreboard, you're going to be in a really good spot. I think tonight the puck possession just wasn't in our control. I mean, we gave up way too many shots on net. We had an awesome performance tonight by the goaltender, but puck possession's everything. Making sure that we don't have bad turnovers, making sure that, if we have opportunities to clear it off the glass, that we do, to get fresh legs out there. I think that those kinds of little details are going to be what, essentially is going to allow them to have success down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you said it when we were in the break, Freddie Peters standing on his head, and he was making saves that, he was unconscious at times, just throwing his body all over, seeing things that weren't there. Unfortunately, there was one of the rebounds, and he got screened on the first goal that got let through. But what an effort by Peters. And you mentioned the possession of the puck in the first 10 minutes. If the Tetons had the puck in the Marauder zone for a minute out of that 10 minutes, that's probably generous for them. But you come away with a game like this, and as a coach yourself, obviously it's never fun to lose a game. But how many positive things do you talk to your guys? Be like, hey, is this one where you can skate toe to toe with the best team in the nation?
Yeah, and I think that's definitely a between periods message too. I think that's definitely the message between periods. It's something that they try to string together. I think one of the big post-game things that they're going to really hit on, if I was to guess, would be that if you are going to lose the time of possession battle, that you have to take advantage on special teams. When you have opportunities on power plays, you have to take advantage of them, both from a shots on goal standpoint and from just a pure momentum. You have to find a way to get Uncle Mo to switch benches, move his recliner over to the other bench, and buy the guy whatever the heck he needs to keep him over there, whatever you got to bribe him with, because those are the kinds of things that can really sway a game. Because like I said, I mean, even coming down the stretch, it was a one-shot game. Not so much even a one-goal game. It's truly a one-shot game, and when that's the case, anything can really happen.
And you're looking down the lineups, there's some of the guys who are a couple of third-year guys that get their third year here for the Tetons, but looking down the Mary guys, and there's fifth-year guys in the squad, and it's 4 years of being in the program, and it's no wonder that they're one of the top teams in the nation. Watching them today, they absolutely fly. They fill the lanes. They are precise on their lane fills, on their pass, on everything. And I mean, if it wasn't for how our defense rallied and clamped down, it could have easily been a 10-point game. But it's just a fantastic effort on the defensive side, and they got a couple good looks, some good couple of good passes and a couple of good individual plays on offense to make it that 2 goals for us.
They are definitely a veteran team. I know firsthand because I played with about half their roster in high school. So the fact that I feel like I've been, as far removed from playing college sports as I am, and I got guys that I literally graduated high school with. In fact, there's about 4 of them that I actually played with. It's crazy. Like Fleechek and Nagurski and Andy Huber, going down the list here. Johnny Witzke. I played with Johnny Witzke. His dad was my Bantam coach. I mean, you're talking about some of these guys that I have known for a really long time, and so, it's always nice to see those guys get to come up here, but it is a huge difference when you're talking about our team versus anybody else. Anytime you have a junior college team that plays at a 4-year level, essentially, the age differential can be drastic. And not to say that that's always going to play a huge factor in everything, because maturity is more important than age, but they have experience. They've won a national tournament. Half of these guys have multiple rings, and I think that experience and what they've been through, they've been true battle tested, and there is no replacing that. And at some point those guys are going to be gone, and then it's just that next young group that's going to be up and through. But it is the value of being able to have a 4-year program essentially versus a 2-year program.
I mean, and then on the flip side of it, because we've seen so many times talented Teton players through the years, they go and they play their 2 years here, and then we see them next year skating in a Mary jersey, skating in a Jamestown jersey. So it's like, hey, they get another 2 years, they get another chance to get recruited and still play some high-level hockey. And so we might see some of these standout Teton players wearing another jersey back here at the Raymond Center next year. But we wish them well, and hey, we'll get all the hockey we can out of them while we can here in the green and white.
Certainly, yeah. Time after time, we see guys coming back, and whether it's been for the University of Mary, whether it's with Crookston, I know the Borseth family will be in attendance in next weekend when Crookston comes to town, and it's always good to see those guys come back. But yeah, it is tough to play against them because they're another year or two more mature and more more experienced, and it's always more tough to play against.
Well, Coach, I'd like to thank you for hopping on the headset with me, and you're welcome back anytime. Definitely, you know the intricacies of hockey a lot better than I do, so it's good to have a guy who's played, a guy who has some of the knowledge, can get inside Coach Galt's head a little bit when we're out here. But yeah, anytime you want to come on, there's an open mic ready for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're well. For Mace Brazilla, I'm Mike Reuter. I'd like to thank Jaden back at the studio, as well as all of you for listening to this edition of Teton Hockey right here on 660 Keys News Radio. Until next time, sports fans, I'm Mike Reuter.